speculative along the line. Ketias Okraku, a former journalist and a former player agent. Ononete Proton Sports. No more manage Baba Rahman Yade. Nana Ponsa, for some 10 years, was also practicing a player agency. I'm only conjecturing. Say, as player agents, they might have clashed somewhere along the line. As more crashy, and I say, interest near the day, it could be one of the issues here. Fast forward, GFA Kunya Beda Honum normalization for your election. The main contenders, and per the results, 3 guys were the main contenders. Ketias Okreku, Georgia Free, Nana Ponza was third in the first round. So once again, they've been at the opposing side trying to earn the right to be the president of Ghana Football Association. We are not the free honoma. Emmanuel Newton Dasibri, Oye Asante Kotoko, a director of a management member in charge of administration and operation. Under Kwesi Nyantechi's reign, he worked at the FE. Na Nyantechi koya Kate baye no. Dasibri etwa so eye adwuma under Kate. But at a point in time, he wasn't happy. Ejuma ne office na so ye kra nem so ko office wa no nhyɛ da nya adwuma ne binye. Enti na ya mponsa to ne nsa friend so omra me nya adwuma no. Opportunity ene obae ene ne be ye adwuma. So I suspect, this is a suspicion, say how Ketias Okraku knew under his leadership, how maybe Newton Dasubre was treated, he was also not happy. Enti onena na yamponsa mo beka bo mo befa Asante Kotoko no. Then from the word go, there could be some rivalry. We are not the free one. And yamponsa beji adwuma ni we are no say Kotoko is bigger than GFE. Kotoko is bigger than MPP. Kotoko is bigger than NDC. I suspect, I'm saying suspicion. Sa semna no kan na ebia o twa GFE akonwa no mpoa. Because Mema Konyana Mababeje no, esu saying, oh dear no. Interestingly and coincidentally, that tape now born in Rano, it seems to also side with Nana Ponsa in his comment. Saketa small can say, so when Yakotoko see you are now has see you are. Apart from the first, the president and the vice, you'll be the next biggest thing. No? I'm saying Nana Ponsa small kind of Italy. Because indirectly, open so much says, oh, you got to see you are now has you are, oh, you're bigger saying GFA president. Because when you are going to second, third to only the president and the vice. But another person did say that the Kotoko CEO, and I said Kotoko is bigger than the GFE and bigger than MPP, bigger than NDC. Then there was an issue which Kotoko wrote, in fact, not insults near too much. To the extent that class and impending phone in our contrasia, Ompeso Musia Semono. Omo catch Kotoko see we say, oh, apologize. And was a new on taking that decision. Oba consulting in Crawford says, so patch or be patch. Omo boni bias, oh, una leading management. Mona mode crata and by GFE. At the early stage, the insults were so hard anyway. So Nana Ponsa didn't apologize at that meeting. So when near man are building up, then along the line, Nana Ponsa team FR Rangers. A cock choice, MIGF say frustration in the Menticrani team no good team in the hobby. I think a day or two later, I not sure the course. As some no kinds who are good team FR Rangers no or one a kind team no be into Omunguno. GF said that. Asamna adibaye no waka one for no ne kai ne tu nsi uso utroye enti ye de ama eye yen say ye mranimfo o ma sha say go through the process enti be di asem no eh me na me say eja me nye biem afa de madras say me ya gf for say da ye be di asem no papa o mu di asem no e ka so magutim no enem so mu kwa appeal eventually It was over 10.
Yeah, I'm worried about no. I'm the number 7 worry. My summer
Now, what has answered now?
Who's the Debbie?
Now, team now can camera now go into detail. Now the target wasn't Fire Rangers, but not target. No, was pointing towards the name Ponsa.
Okay.
Because per that case, now Ebeko could say. Who team now Jai team no say no musi no na who see on your bed I think for some 2 years or so, I've forgotten the exaggeration. I want to me running football club here. So it was going to render Nanaya and Ponsa.
Accra, Kessben Television, also DSTV channel 364, Go TV channel 173. Imamunyina akwaba etiobia. Imobiachi eba miminda nopa program ID Ebremo final whistle anything edaso dumienu bepejemu na breaking news abejafonso aba betrans pamcho oti yanka enso ewo multi TV decoder no bia Kessben Television unsa ebeka sanso na digital television bia Kessben TV yewoso Facebook YouTube yenye na enso ewo ho yen sanche obia biom ene memende free dwada bepem ene memende edu memenda yi ekukudam no na ede ho nsempi enso ebremo na fe fufura ba beka wono ye boboa no na yeji monso madwenkyire kakra ede efa program yi eho 0551599933 055 1599933 Mumfam messages no emrapes all the WhatsApp videos na eba 0244 2639020 0244 26390 Mumfamra na yanemo entwetwe enkomo meminda aba Tony Montana transi yebekɔ ne hɔ na yɛhwɛ de wabɔbɔ ano de ɛbrɛ wiki enra na UEFA Champions League draw no ɛba so nene yɛbɛhwehwɛ mu yie papa match edin kan no mra ombɛbɔ second legs no so mra omo ɛbɛbɔ ɛnyɛ Champions League nko a evamucho Europa and the Conference League nyina no draw no ɛba so na mra ombɛbɔ ne ade nyina no ho nsensem ɛwɔ ha ɛbae managers no de nsem to edwa Stefano Pioli Tony so what answer all kano
Matepa
I say a Suno League and a Suno Champions League. It's a Napoli. You know about ammonia careful.
Yeah.
Yes, and yet omunkwa and ekasa. Managers out on some tuja, old players in some tuja, it in some bay and yenso yebeba the ababe tuja afa the air coding in weekend the matches P ebekoso teach you 5 major leagues no emu. Nti yebetranse na fe ya biebie kakra investors no yebeboa kakra na fe se so ye de na betimi aboa na yehu de yebeye titru de bekoso e Camp Nou the El Clasico Barcelona and Real Madrid nyakopon ya adoma ochina na sa game no ebeba so Tony say no ngotwe 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Wow yebehwe game papa nyame ya adoma ochina Sensempi our clubs no emu transfer stories kakra our clubs no yetiti say Lukaku season ni bewi a or sign go back to Chelsea na ayesemo you interested Madrid
you show interest
Real Madrid
yeah
mo pe Lukaku sana metiti okay yeah dear Chelsea you expressing interest our goalkeeper your friend Onana or that goal at the Emma Inter Milan ye busana se kwan da ha ntina eno so eno no news ahodo pi ena ya babo no e de ebre be wura America mem BNP Paribas Indian World masters no say ena akwakosi ma ene emma nyina na fi ya ba Africa abehe de koso enso e wa bi mem ha enya sam ketu akra CAF Champions League CAF Conference Cup match that would be so e be wura clubs no bi mu e wo Africa na e din sensem kakra tudwa enso de afa ho Ghana enso de e ho league match that would be so weekend enye easy e sha say ene e was Samurai Boy Kumasi Asante Kotoko ni Samatex and then a game no and so e be so nyame bo ochina P and so ebeba so your stories how do P black stars and ko ya adma ya wada ina nim AFCON a qualifier ba ko ebeba so Babayara Stadium Black Stars of Ghana omo any Angola and the betai so den your stories P Christian Achu nakopon on fa ne kra nsie emfa ema na cameras no the forecourt of the State House the details ni ade nyina no enso ebebrem fawo de bra beka ho na dwumano NCP ye wakakra every Ghana Football Association omo aswe and the clubs no dia na pese ode ba fabra na yenhwe de oso ode ba beka program mana CP dumienu se de yaka no e page mu na breaking news abejafo enso aba be transit ye wo nyina akwa ba biom eba program iso Montana
Godfather, good morning.
Good morning. Say yeah.
Nyame adom na nso e.
Kwa kura weekend from.
Sa pepe penalty.
Hweye na wankwa mfom so bia. So ate.
Nyame ne ebuafo.
Nyame ne ebuafo mfom so a wonnim say ebone de. Nyame timi de chew.
Enokre.
Na momani da ho mfom so.
Woni tua pa.
Ni tua sa de ebone meye. Eno na na hadwen kakra. Timi sro men konko yebi. So ate.
Mate Godfather.
Me
da CP award winner enti emena so ye hwen sama ekoso onkofo ekroso ye nhyase enfemfri Africa heya na ye ra Africa de na chese CAF Champions League no o record eno 3 games etimi eba so kama na games ebas no El Merreikh komotra omdoma no Sudan hene Esperance eba draw sa match no ekowie 1-1 2 goals epiem no Paulo Sergio ne she goal 90th minute take Emma Merreikh na penalty ana Muhammad Ali Ben Hamadi enso enya goal no hede Emma Esperance football club no Cotton Sport etna Cameroon na El Ali reaction we dey no deal after some South Africa Emma Masandawana Sundowns Eshom 4 no am 5-2 no so akwa away akwa Cotton Sport abomu eno ekwowie se 4-0 na Ali omo etimi ehye ye na Mahmoud Kahraba enkwa ehye hat-trick Emma Pesitao ede baako ede esoso ehonmo na yebeto so ewo CR Belouizdad omo game a omo na Samalek ekolusu 2-0 ene Hilal Omdurman ewo Sudan omo ene Sundowns na Congo DR ho ena Veta Club ene wak ebebo Samba or Tanzania ebesha Horoya Vipers ene Raja na JS Kabili ene Pelaleko di Luanda omo free Angola enso etimi abo when any games outdoor okwa CAF Champions League ebetimi abaso now standings na Group A wak ene dikan Omo our 9 points. JS Kabili the second. Omo 7. Pedro Atletico de Luanda 4. Veta Echato 3 points. Group B Sundowns 10. Edikan Hilal Eda second 9 points. Ali Eda third kita 7. And a Cotton Sport Echato omo any point. Group C Raja Edikan 12. Samba Eda second 6. Horoya Eda third Ekita 4. Vipers Echato 1 point. Into here's our group na. Hey Raja ena a qualify ena group B so Masandawana Sundowns a qualify last group no group D Esperance 10 points CR Belouizdad 9 points Merreikh 5 and Zamalek 4 into last group ni Esperance and CR Belouizdad a qualifier the knockout phase of the CAF Champions League yentoa so the French Ligue 1 and no game back course no Nantes to Lyon match no emu ye den pa 1-1 and the final results and then Toulouse any Lille ebebo ebenya RC any Angers nyame admo china Ajaccio ebebo Monaco Montpellier ebetwan Clermont Nice ebo Lorient Strasbourg ebeshia Auxerre Troyes any Brest PSG and Rennes now Rennes and Olympique Marseille and so up on league table PSG decline almost 66 Marseille at the second 56 Rennes at the third kita 54 Olympique Marseille almost modern power almost the second Rennes that third Monaco the fourth Rennes at the fifth now here Lyon almost the 10th our French Ligue 1 table no so 18th Ajaccio 19th Troyes and again the track to Jonathan David will lead was 19 Mbappe Asha 19 PSG Alex Lacazette former Arsenal captain no ono na tosumi ensa players asha more goals our French Ligue 1 17 Lacazette wahyɛ the older the better okɔ kom ni modern one so an no so ɛso ani yenwram ɛwɔ Germany ɛno match course no ɛkɔyɛ draw Mönchengladbach ɛne SV Werder Bremen ɛbɔ 2-2 ɛwɔ Bundesliga Marcus Thuram ɛne Foreign ne nya 2 goals no ɛma Mönchengladbach ɛne bɔ 2:30 Stuttgart ɛne Wolfsburg Bochum ɛbɛtwɛn RB Leipzig TSG Hoffenheim Ebesha Hertha Berlin Augsburg Esha Schalke 04 wɔ Signal Iduna Dortmund ɛne FC Cologne nyame aduma ɔkyena Sunday Union Berlin ɛbɛtwɛn Frankfurt Leverkusen ɛbɔ Bayern Munich na Mainz 05 ɛne Freiburg abɔ league table Bayern Munich edikan 52 points Dortmund at a second 50 RB Leipzig at a third Union Berlin at a fourth at one Stuttgart at a 16th 17th Schalke 04 and a Hoffenheim etwa to all 19 points now full clock our Bremen was 15 Hono any player was more goals in Kuku all 12 Marcus Thuram asher 12 Eddie Mönchengladbach a club no and no Italian Serie A Sassuolo Calcio Shebako Spezia and team Atalanta Eche Empoli Eshomu 2-1 and then Monza and Cremonese Salernitana Ebebo Bologna Naridinis and Milan ball and no air 7-4-5 now me adam watching Sunday Sampdoria and Hellas Verona Torino Ebon Napoli Fiorentina Ebesha Lecce Lazio and Roma another derby Basso Olimpico na Inter Milan and Juventus ball another big game 7:45 Napoli can 68 Omatchum 18 club points because Inter Milan second 50 Lazio at a third AC Milan at a fourth Roma at a fifth Juventus at a seventh at all Verona our 19 points Cremonese 12 and Sampdoria track 1 our 12 Victor Osimhen on a couple cananier no leadio 19 and Asha so far Lautaro 14 Ademola Lukman Asha 12 Inzola Abamodin was 12 goals Italy a league no yem twasun ko Spain and one match so Emma Valladolid etnefie na match na nkoyo beba kwa shomo 3 Inaki Inago Martinez yenya Gorka and Mikel Vasca nenya 3 goals no at Emma Beba and Judy Ameria and Cadiz Rayo Vallecano and Girona Espanyol Ebo Celta Vigo Atletico Madrid and Valencia Ochana Sunday Rebel Betis Ebo Mallorca Osasuna Ebetchen Villarreal Real Sociedad and Elche Nebebo Getafe Ebesha Sevilla na big match no El Clasico Camp Nou FC Barca any Real Madrid Nebebo A8 and our match no Barca di kan 65 Real Madrid at second 56 9 club points Barca Ewinia omo 12 Madrid Ewinia omo close gap no about 6 Atletico Madrid at third Sociedad at a fourth Betis at a fifth at all 18th Getafe 19th UD Almeria and Elche Echato Lewandowski and a Pichichi no Olidi Washa 15 Jessilu 12 now Getafe 12 Iago Aspas Benzema and Borja Iglesias Obia Abamoden Ashe 11 goals Spain League no Yentwaso and called the Premier League Enra one match etimi eba so Newcastle United Eko Shemienu Emma Nottingham Forest at Kanu Bako Emmanuel Dennis and a share first goal at the Nottingham Forest from behind Alatena Ishak Eberteka 90th minute no swing at the penalty Ishak be a winning goal Emma Forest elusu match 2-1 and then Eko Soch na Marcus Kakero Ho Aston Villa Ebebo Bournemouth Southampton and Tottenham Wolverhampton Ebetwin Leeds Brentford Ebebo Leicester na above 5:30 at Chelsea was Stamford Bridge and struggling Everton Yami Admoch na about 2 Arsenal Ebebo Crystal Palace na Man City and West Ham match no say so here my English FA Cup so ho nti City dia no outstanding and West Ham match no ntimi emba so Arsenal edikan 66 Man City at a second Man United at third Tottenham at fourth Newcastle at the fifth Liverpool at the sixth Chelsea at the 10th 18th Bournemouth 19th Leeds and Southampton etwa Golden Boot no Alan Haaland was 28 Hurricane was Spurs was 20 Ivan Toney was Brentford was 16 Marcus Rashford Asher 14 Gabriel Martinelli Asher 12 where any players are Golden Boot no Enso Airpray na FA Cup England and games are able to know where quarter finals 5:45 Man City ebebo Burnley or China Sunday 12 Sheffield ne Blackburn Rovers Brighton and Grimsby Town now Manchester United and Fulham and so at their first so where any games are England the FA Cup and also between Abaso and UEFA be live or Kessben television so UEFA Champions League nienti to be mudia where a run of 8 quarter final and a draw no let me call so yes show the live or Kessben and Casafoni so now let me do on Tuesday the 11th of April Benfica ebebe Inter na Man City and the Bayern Munich ball at the Wednesday 12th of April Real Madrid and Chelsea AC Milan ebebe Napoli now return leg no at him abaso the following week nemum semi-finals no enra na omujina so a draw Napoli AC Milan Dobe win between Benfica Inter, Real Madrid Chelsea win and Man City and the Bayern Munich first leg no 9th and 10th of May. Now return legs now 16th and 17th of May. And na omujina so a Europa League draw when a quarter final na final any Roma Manchester United for the third consecutive time. On because Spain, Man United, Asia Barca, Asia Betis, they are tossing me and Sam, or more across Sevilla. Nemo United ebebo home, and we are 13th of April. March no, Barca United nebo home first. Juventus ebe transporting Lisbon, na Leverkusen, any Union abo, na mi aduma Europa League draw no so across so come on. Omodia no, Thursday, April 13, Ghent and West Ham. Lynch and Fiorentina Anderlecht and AZ Akma Nabal and so enemies apple way and the dry and what the team across so now afterwards no after the draw pundits players officials so we are ekasa yenko UEFA elite division and Champions League no Thomas Muller obenya hwan ono de obi anyo no na beye after every draw na why video ono de ababontin money and more ball, my crank, or ye be editia Barca and results. I'm a qualify Barca Efrimu. Latest Bayern Munich Ebesha Man City in the next phase of the Champions League. Mula BM was another video. This time a Pep Guardiola and it's sitting on Tomani Omo Yanko na Yentin Sema Thomas Muller. What they are to you.
Quarterfinals against Manchester City. Long time ago, Pep left here in Bayern. Now the first game against his team. We're looking forward to it, and I'm very happy that the last game is in Munich. Let's go. See you guys.
Where Thomas Muller, or say, the end of some kind of say, or first leg no away, now return leg no. I think Man City pa. When you be the first leg, or maybe two or more, we a simple message at Thomas Muller at the above 10 Chelsea and the Madrid neighbor first leg Benabana because so Chelsea be away Madrid ebebo home last 2 years had 2 clubs this year in the knockout phase last year is year this year for the 3rd consecutive time chat na Sanswato Graham Potter manager the match Chelsea also one can say Chelsea be the Champions League no so mo be try say Chelsea mum about Champions League no papa ni ya dana no yente Graham Potter enra and some of the tuja.
I said we would try to blink win the Champions League, and that's the same for I'm pretty sure for the other 7 clubs as well, and all the other clubs will say that you could lose in the quarter-final because that's the nature of the Champions League. We'll focus on Real Madrid when we get there, but at the moment it's Everton.
Be honest, is there just a slight sinking feeling there? The English clubs seem like they know in a little bit harder than
No, the feeling is excited, but as I said, I'd rather speak about Everton because that's the game tomorrow, and the other stuff is a long way away.
Going down the wet market.
Well, it's a difficult moment.
Try now on the Champions League. Or say, game they say which April ton. Or immediate game. And the 5:30 Chelsea ball bridge, so against Everton. Some match will become awesome. And then Madrid and next month and I'll move ball and I'll become awesome. Now Chelsea director of football operations, Bernard David Bernard, and so now after the draw. Also, when Madrid there's someone your team for fraud. On we shared 2 years ago. On we shared last into this year. On my son so share Chelsea in the Madrid part draw away a tough versus Chelsea. Better try say on the team qualify.
competing.
Volunteered in summer David Bernard, ono aye sporting director of football operations. Eddie Matchos in summer according to Dwa, and after the draw, Nana Papano, and in Central for share David Bernard said Chelsea on bet try now Motimi are qualified a rem or the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League. Stefano Pioli, a manager, Eddie Emma A. Similar sir, where the Italian teams Mienu and a bebo in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and also and our draw no now of course not just Milan almost a training to another one heavy name after someone I say Bema the SCNU in Napoli nebo and also or the word of caution or the Cocobansam Luciano Spalletti and Napoli for say where the entire Serie A when you Italian league now because Napoli for air dominate way Champions League na AC Milan imagine do draw at the chair Napoli into a banner south terrain where dear omo enimu pa into sa draw away Napoli for ye na AC Milan omo amamu homene so we sama purely manager edema AC Milan odo atudwa na Inter Milan at the ball against Benfica. Antonio Cassano a former player was see a campaign edema Inter Milan wabo ama Roma Real Madrid Sampdoria na Diokan and it's Inter Milan no one deserves or reach that far against Porto first and second leg na Porto mum better now see Inter omo ne kokwasa be do this stage there and obia and so ehwemu ye name omo guso a omo extra history football na kasa eba ne park ne so a ball in terms of possession na Inter sem fata so me Porto now see Inter Milan gradually omo throw history because omo kwa when omo reach that far omo Benfica na omo come animti omo another Portuguese club this time omo is Benfica when and betting a qualify no and Arturo Di Napoli on your former Inter Milan striker and also Benfica or Manchester City way omo dear pan. And you can say Inter Milan has a more great squad into Champions League, where a walk over a 4-4 draw no mania or say there be draw way and a cheap draw way a kakra former Inter striker Arturo Di Napoli and so Eddie Atuja Ro Ferdinand or your pundit say was see a campaign Emma England and Manchester United and after Champions League draw no I don't know what's upon the 4 teams are because semi-finals na or say Real Madrid ebe Chelsea Man City ebe Bayern Inter Milan ebe Benfica Napoli ebe AC Milan and in the semi-finals no Real Madrid Man City Inter and Napoli what would see me what hear me oh dear and saying 4 clubs be qualify across semi-finals for message bra na say Junior Abedafo enye ho adwuma and from Monte Ferdinand we in there Real Inter City in Napoli one so our no o de and saying yanko France PSG on sansam aba na Jerome Rotten or your former PSG in Monaco almost striker was for Eddie Messi attempt now so one player PSG about 12 game Ojina Park no so no wayira Marco Verratti confounding konso was so a dapafo onye ho kra se PSG ebo game na se bekoye enkoye ayo no a na se niam enkoye na Champions League Bayern Munich yoma free ma eni kwan se Messi nko na mo hwese no enne PSG game a omo ebo no Marco Verratti so omo falen fra onyabo bia omo ehuru because no commitment no e wo form na Christophe Galtier PSG manager no o se Jinchi na also ye PSG fan a over so wanga so players so nya ade eni kwan so bia etimi epa pack the prince ne so obehuru omonga some player eba sa entimi enkoye kra Leo Messi and 3 stories aba ne ho bako say ofitoni grand so Brandon Christophe Galtier Tuesday no omunya disagreement second one say Messi person obey accept conditions at PSG man for contract extension and a third one Messi or per 600 million euros salary every Hilal or Saudi Arabia home Messi papa Jorge Messi or the one statement I cancel all the 3 stories or say a fake news where a simple message at PSG player Messi ne papa Eddie Ababon team or say a fake sell your Messi Tuesday 20 session on the Christophe Galtier and your problems ama Leo every ho or say you quite that say PSG Messi contract extension no Messi person be agree more say on papa na do Saudi Arabia 600 million euros omo je free ahila hon papa say ni nyina no fake news Rodrigo Goes Real Madrid omo attacker otimi bomb finfin sometimes a ball as a force 9 or Real Madrid multiple Champions League titles in the coming years. Madrid Champions League ni ayomo DNA o metimi abada bijo o metimi ahwie e Copa del Rey La Liga na so nya Champions League no omo beso magene baako last year omo gye omo penny this year omo penny next year omo penny next 2 years into multiple Champions League trophies and Rodrigo and so atimia I na Real Madrid and we kono hwemu and tabloids no e report say Lukaku Chelsea player with na loan Inter former intentions are clear say contract no I may extend it after loan deal this summer. Real Madrid start here omo per striker baako a obetimi aba na watimi abeje Benzema kakra na rotation na ye joint Lukaku. According to media report or the tablet report is a Madrid din koma omo Lukaku omo enso epe ochina ebo 8 and a classic on Ebaso Real Madrid any boss bebo all Camp Nou. Na Barca defender Ronald Araujo oba face to face with Vinicius omo battle no we match this in Chenya omo mienu so battle na fu Vinicius any Ronald Araujo ochina ebe san so hwebiem one bedin kunim on yenko so Ronald Araujo also so excited say on the first ever classical fie only say play and wabo na so fie de wo monti a Real Madrid dawo nemum wabo ewo Bernabeu wabo ewo Saudi ewo Super Cup ni mu was na ni age pass obo the first ever home classical na win a very special we and some Ronald Araujo dia tuja na Barcelona players ndi pass omo win match na ochina league no oh omanchi awie because omo win no ochina 12 points and omo bia mu between omo any Marionette Barca match we omo fa ne say finals boja ye prako and omo bo omo di kuniman league no omo etimi age Pedri or ye ruled out of the classico onim say Spain omo frɛ no e omo games a omo airbo now so ni plan into classico ba me say Spain so the next week want me embo emfa emom wabra omo and Norway and Scotland e de be face so Chelsea goalkeeper Andrew Onana of Inter Milan Chelsea did the pass as a keeper and a Mendy Nkoye omonya Onana goalkeeper otimi pass kama ne 9 juma ne nsa juma betimi build attack no from the defense na Chelsea sheshe ball on the ball in air but Onana Inter goalkeeper no and as say Chelsea omo enso former Liverpool and Lazio omo midfielder Lucas Leiva according to report when you had problems and we communicating say ball no we jai ball we retire because of heart problems are on team enya Roman ball derby against Lazio Karsdorp Akupra only say player no Jose enya omunya just debate kese pa misunderstanding huge one at a point I'm resolve we waba form pa na so Akupra enti Lazio Roma derby na ever so Olympico no anya dia Karsdorp so ebetimi asia kan ni bi ho yento asinema yankase diem obeka Samuel Obeng yes or your former player Emma Namoro Football Academy first no na ye from Asokwa Deportivo yes Samuel Obeng what me are joining Empoli Football Club into way air timer na Samuel Obeng obon football ball e wa Ghana Emma Asokwa Deportivo obeka ni famous goal wey Asokwa Deportivo ne acheken bet 35 meters or short panyai said the show our Kessben television so ya beka no nsem ama say Joe bisa akwana no nsem acheken bi Sir Franco ne obiad na no tumu Samuel Obeng a ye hwe no our Kessben television so Italy was sign ama Empoli jersey number modi ama Samuel Obeng jersey number 90 eno ana ye kire our Kessben television coach Camerat ne man baako Samuel Obeng was signing Eddie ama Empoli omo club no yemram FA Cup no na Graham Potter about the league Chelsea versus Everton was in N'Golo Kante yampa Kante ya available for game Chelsea ebebo and then you 5:30 against Everton into Graham Potter.
So the other players haven't given absolutely everything because they have, but N'Golo Kante is N'Golo Kante, you know, he's a top player. So great for us that he's back. We need to be mindful of the fact that he's had a long injury and we need to make the next steps to get him up to speed properly in the Premier League, which is what we'll do, but it's great to have him with us.
we Grand Port and some of the two Chelsea manager but in Golo Contia and Chelsea Everton or available Pep Guardiola. Obekai Vincent Company or you am a former captain and our English FA Cup company Wabefie Man City Belly and our Vincent Company who is an or a special person because open deals were bra not a captain Man City. Yenti about body a Pep or the my company.
He's back, but now these last 2-3 days is thinking what they have done so far this season, and what I saw, I'm not absolutely really surprised at all the position what they have done so far in the championship. So being so close to being next year a Premier League team, seeing more carefully what they do, I understand completely why they are there. It will be a really, really tough opponent because they do incredible good things on the pitch. Since the day one,
Pep Guardiola and right Vincent Company, Man City, I'm a former player, no coach, Emma Burnley, or Burnley Abaso, or Modern Maso formation identity. Now Vincent Company, Nakasa Castle, they return to Etihad to face Man City, you know. Yentin Sama Company, the Tuja.
Look, it's the first time, so it's obviously different. But in terms of my mindset is no different than, I mean, my mindset is to just do my job and be prepared and you know, I think the core message for us is just go out there and work hard. I don't have a feeling I need to be doing anything other than trying to give maybe the 1% extra to the team. You know, that's it. And I'm extremely grateful for every moment I've been able to experience at Man City. But I have to.
We Vincent Company coach Emma Burnley were brought on the former club Man City on the grounds in our city and Burnley and then in the FA Cup almost all Hakushia. Now Eric Ten Hag manager Emma Manchester United also or I another Wembley appearance. I'm going to League Cup and chair cry if Newcastle same. I'm going to try some best call Wembley about finals be na FA Cup or Magic into a match. I'm airborne or near Bripa into Eric Ten Hag.
We all really enjoyed Wembley. We all really enjoyed winning a trophy, and it has to be the fuel for next one to get pushed by that idea, and that has to bring extra energy to beat Fulham. After Sunday,
we and some Eric Ten Hag to Man United Fulham in the English FA Cup. Martin Odegaard, or Arsenal captain. Also by Europa League, nobody thought Arsenal for be free against Lisbon. I'm free. The most important thing, a league na aka also multimedia. In some players, no didn't come. I'm a concentration a league no. Arsenal for be try now. Multimedia take capital. Martin Odegaard.
A big blow for us. We wanted to do something special in this competition, and yeah, disappointing. But yeah, it's done now. We have to move forward. We have to be ready for Sunday. It comes quickly now, the next game, so we just have to be ready. That's all now.
You've not lost many games this season. When you lost in the FA Cup at Man City, there was a little bit of a lag in the league. How important is it to make sure that that doesn't happen again this time?
No, we talked about it already in the dressing room. We have to move forward now. We have to look for Sunday. Started already now, you know, in the change room to get ready and just change the mindset again. I think everyone disappointed, but we have to move forward and yeah, just be ready for Sunday.
Do you use the lessons from when you lost to City and had that little blip now, the lessons you learned then?
Yeah, I think every time we've lost this season, we've learned something from it, and every time we've come back and changed the situation again. So that's what we're going to do again. And yeah, the next game comes quick, so it's a good opportunity to strike back.
We've seen and spoken a lot about the new mentality at the club this season. How much is now a period to show it, prove that it exists?
No, we have to show it now. I think it's pretty straightforward for us now. It's only the league, so yeah, we just have to focus on every game. 11 finals for us, and yeah, just come back on.
Martin Odegaard, captain, Emma Arsenal Football Club. Hena yɛtene nka no na sɛ Kyle Walker wonim sɛ bɛtɔ dwa so akɔmiamia woman bi nanso ɔmfɛsi any criminal charges we latest free Man City asoyɛ enso Mason Mount Chelsea midfielder wa change agent na no kyerɛ sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ free Chelsea Football Club ana plan contract ni eye without ball mo ebe so ma no long term player na ebe short term anakwa e den pass Chelsea ebe renew ball ni contract enchomo beton na so mo nton no wasesa agency a for ready meaning say oh obeso free Chelsea no nti na wansa agent no yenra mo all boxing kakra Tassin Fury ni Usyk ebeko eno April 29 both camps obi prepare omogidi pass contract on sansam de kan ni bia e be promote bout no Tassin Fury betu ato ayampa ni bia Usyk kan me betu ato ayampa ni bia now so two boxers no concentrate power more training am intensify because omogidi pass April 29 e wo here anti sa bout no e betimi about so Carlos Alcaraz so no de obesa tennis no this year offer major Grand Slam titles because nani abrepa God for the Wadaroma yemfensi
mbemfonsia wa bruswa memra opebia so mede ama bia enso abranti edie awura imobia kwa babiom eba final whistle jumedi Kessben 93.3 Kessben 92.9 Accra abidafo atrase yebehwe nsem no mu kakra Newton Latte Marijata owa andike mu ha Sir Franco Naro atrase awa Mohammed and so ewa me have messages no kakra na fe yede asese so den. Good morning. I've come to realize that the number of years we spend on this earth doesn't matter, but the positive impact and legacies we leave behind is what matters. I'm not certain about his religious background, but one thing I'm certain is that he served his generation unequivocally. I choose departure has taught me to aspire, to inspire before I expire. I choose departure has taught me to aspire, to inspire before I aspire. Fare thee well, Christian. Abuaji Scott, Sabronum, and edin nema we ebegua kama pa enanope de amayen edija achu Christian Quine. Good morning, Kessben Sport. Does it mean FIFA owns every sports stadium in the world, including the state stadium and club stadiums from Pong, anyway free ho and Abrea in the Volta region? Mehu message way and so ewaha Samuel Lepton anyway by good morning. Chelsea and Benfica are going to be in the final and Chelsea will be the champions. I dreamt yesterday that Chelsea will face Real Madrid and score Madrid home and away to face Bayern in the semi-finals, and also Chelsea scoring Bayern at home and drawing away. The same thing happened to Benfica. Chelsea versus Benfica final. Though I believe in my dream. Samuel Lepton una the way aba na odache 90 minutes go I'm sorry saying and I score lines no go na buy or her matches pa o yeah and Benfica and Napoli no san share Chelsea and Bayern Munich wow and to 3 matches yeah 1990 Kwame 270 minutes oh the final match na kan Chelsea Benfica no oh and what her no so final no Aquano odache papa sorry science subium na am say problem here na me kasa Aquano odache yes ko matches are here no so yes yeah so we had Chelsea in Real Madrid home and away yeah. Which is 180 minutes now I share Chelsea ne Bayern Munich home and away no 90 minutes yeah no I heard Chelsea ne Benfica which is another 90 minutes yeah you know I rant and odache pa. In the prediction, it is Chelsea Benfica in the finals. Na Chelsea a winning. Okay. Samuel Epton. All right. Naro si den, we say on Sunday nka ho lotto numbers. Na ucha lotto. Okay. Naro say asu lotto numbers ka ho tu so bi sa. Ade ka ho na je wo je mama manfo. 2927.
No betumi ka number bi abegina ho. O ka ne number abu. Also ka number bo. Ka number abu. Wow. Ene wa yi na me say e wa hini. Aboy. No ade kro. Yeah, they had the party ka number bo. But you know. Yeah. Man now where put one about na attack and lotto once me tell so kana smash pa. Ejabanka. Was san. Is it mobile?
Ejaba ga my boy, Ejaba.
No, mama, ya baba.
Ejaba ga my boy pa.
Any of us any day.
Ejaba baba ga.
This is all kind of some shit. Bro, 1 year.
Roll is be free so much meals no time for. Nti man na ba big boy. Wasa. Esu bosa na o say we say the dey
We shadow.
The shadow and the what can be be almost
Counterpart.
You never seen a counterpart never. Yeah, just shadow. Good morning to you and your wonderful sports pundits. I agree with Rio Ferdinand's prediction on teams to make it to the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League. Despite Real Madrid's dominance in the UEFA Champions League, they are not. They've not been convincing enough for me this season. I fancy Napoli or Manchester City to win it this year. Manchester United is in my DNA, and a special greetings to Franco Naro. You should tell me United's chances of winning the Europa title this season. Frederick ni Dodu Kokomlemle Accra. May you message and so free hope. Maminko a year free and cry from a salmon from Happy Weekend said you Arsenal will win against Crystal Palace tomorrow at the Emirates. Daniel Ike and Amayensa Akasa message way. Danny Ike, Udiano Abba, good morning award winner every season of all. The football pundits, all the football pundits write Chelsea off, but we keep on proving them wrong, and I'm hoping Mamelodi Sundowns will beat Al Hilal today. Dennis Edway Efri assume and Abraham. Me for assume me call a Buraso Methodist Hospital. Sikapa yensaka message okay. I'm sorry, no. Okay. What they my bed if or wrong. Investors hello sir. Road to Champions League glory. Quarterfinal. Madrid vs Chelsea. Madrid qualify. 2 City vs Bayern. City to qualify. AC Milan vs Napoli. Napoli to qualify. Benfica vs Inter Milan. Inter to qualify. Then semi-finals. Madrid vs City. City to qualify. Napoli vs Inter. Napoli to qualify. The final will be between City and Napoli, and City will be the champions. Sikapa, we message out there about and anopay. I don't know. Nyankopon, private secretary. Okay. Drop St. Mary's Hospital now way every ebae. I felt very sad after observing the final funeral rite of our darling boy Achu. May his soul rest in peace. Fantastic draw by all standards, especially Man City versus Bayern Munich. I'm Laboni Daniel Quadratus. Unsa insaka message also the ebayeno. Yefi drobo hina yeko. The argument has always been how many Champions League trophies have the Spanish teams won without considering how English teams have won the competition. Kojo Achilles, Udwe Efri Hafu Kenya say and Abre Kenya say Mudia number 1 and number 2. Joe, seriously, what's going on in Kumasi Asante Kotoko is not good at all. When was the last time Asante Kotoko won the GPL away from home? Management and the board crisis. Why Kotoko? Sumaila Ember Power. Una the message and so Abreye. If you Sumaila Ember Power, you call Merigu in the Upper East region, Abomerigu Dennis. Udie ena etosumamfa we chat to later. Yes, I have banner messages here. Good morning to you and a wonderful crew, sir. The day before yesterday, I predicted that Chelsea versus Madrid and Manchester City will play Bayern Munich, and the two Italian teams to face each other, but I didn't get that one correct. And also yesterday, I predicted that Manchester United will continue to be the nightmare for Spanish teams this season, which truly came to pass. But sir, don't worry about the draw, because Chelsea are going to eliminate Real Madrid, and that's not a prediction but a reality. Sergio, based on this draw, I can confidently say that Napoli are in the finals, and I am Abomerigu Dennis from Merigu in the Upper East region. Wow. I go hear previous messages, you know, the okay, mean kai papa, but I go read na making kai. Mammy Samba Munina crab a biom, wiki in some sea pow. In some sea, wiki power, yeah. And Hinaro na Champions League draw, no?
Yes.
Obviously, yeah.
UEFA Champions League draw a ban rano he been attention na yahwe pere no na yahwe obisi Europa League draw no so me say United the chances to say we'll look at that and week so I think say Arsenal and so Adeba kwa na obi anim say bia clearly they were going to qualify and then progress to the next stage of the Europa League, but surprisingly they could not make it. Free almost saying and affect your chances in the Premier League and all that. It's something maybe I'll be interested in. We know the free one ma. If it's somebody they say it be brave. We remember we share GFE PR ni GFE form paying for mobile. Asante man temo mu komodi omudidi ye ne ne keka wonyina no. Lord. And then so there's a big match. Samara Boy. Samatex and Asante Kodoko and other GPL games, you know, obviously. I think say this week na coach Chris Houghton a day in the lineup no etuda na of course Jeffrey Schlupp still missing. Pencil, the most informed Ghanaian striker, has returned into the squad after missing out at the World Cup, surprisingly missing up. He's back into the team. Into obviously, no local player was part of the team, and also when you have some discussions. General, I'm saying somebody they be brave.
A true funeral.
And I think say he was given a befitting barrier. Whole lot. General, I want some kind of
okay. Now, Newton Latte, me who say, also bear 3-4 messages be ewaha unkwano ayawodia omokakayo. Omar Bashiru was one of the best scoring midfielders in our league last season. During the season before, it was Augustin Boachi of Wafa who has been the outstanding scoring midfielder this season. I want Marijata to help me on this. Okay, message you banra. But memtina mabobo ano de bro ne. Inti edea ense we hojuma Derek Afre Wulugu Health Center and de buy. We also buy or say supposing Ghana picks a domestic team against Angola. I want Marijata to analyze his ideal local 11 from our Bet Power Premier League. Their roles and the systems he will deploy. Peter Ninahini Police Station, anyway, and so Ebae. Also, who will Newton pick to play his lone DM role in the 4-3-3 system among these midfielders? Eric Esso, Hearts of Oak, Razak Kasim, Olympics, Stephen Banahini, Gold Stars, Richard Boadu, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Dominic Nsobila, Lions, and Rich Love Oduro. Rich Love Oduro Kokofu Nelson and so anyway Brian and you would become
yes General
okay
along with GPL matches Abeba so over the weekend there San Franco Tihono
all right
so definitely be sure nice and no me have no crown come
remember hanum kra you na ko jina TV anymore na voice in article at the second vision mo kemza
General yamba yeah
okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to meet him. We go him no one team.
Ghana and Casa, so you coach no one team.
And now yes, our coaches now. Second by second movements of your players. Who knows how control from the bench? Who said I'm a wolf?
Oh no, no,
do bibi nya bia no wo na wo cheni pon fanko da ho fako say fama player ogina hai wo ko jisa disa
enu sa na se wa nyu adwuma yie training ground
me mo na adwen
enu sa na che se wa nyu adwuma yie
em se mo sa no so ye no yi woru
ni tin se me ye quiet because dem go dem me coach am ye quiet
wo ban kola ni nyu so ma adwene mobo kakra
coaches na adwene no peso mu yisu onyi su coach adwene
wo formation systems na peso say onya ball the movement, the pass, the beer born be ko bia wona wo kire oben.
That is the formation and the system.
Do be kasa turu at 90
there be to the be our plan at the mom did no the first 5 minutes some the foforo.
We jai boys now we say omu binim ball pa.
E bi muso wa ko tu omu na omu tie wa omu so omu nim ball pa.
brand friends new
Narrow.
Tony.
Yeah.
Now small boy be wo Deportivo. I'm so onya Empoli. Match be baby a boss shot to free left shot. From around the center circle.
And 24 left back.
Oh, your son is here.
FA Cup.
Yeah.
Deportivo.
60 left.
Asake ne Deportivo.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a boy. So say Empoli also. I'm fan of it.
Yeah. Left footed.
Yes.
Very strong.
Yes. Yeah, you should goal. Yeah, this goal. Move your goal. We. And you know, coach in the sense on channel. Now almost shot to the angle.
Any trademark.
Odi coach na no chanko the ball ko left.
You know way a trademark.
Ko passe.
David, you know way
coach still be hard, you know.
Way a trademark.
As a coach ninja na ni gina no.
Oh, okay.
You know way a trademark.
Yes.
Ade a wa ya.
Say odi coach is ko baka se fa ko left.
Coaches na so the training na man yes ade we say you free mpe na space bomb.
I'm so adwuma we
bullet.
Jebra, o say the coach in Ghana.
Babia, o share go no.
We are my trophy.
You know me ya win now. My get trophies ankasa. Nti me dey na feature me go trophies pa.
Afuwe ma feature coaches no. Omo ni omo team ni nye training.
Matches go.
Be free baby no ma be share no ma select. Be free baby no ma be select.
Omo team lonely players so.
It didn't cry. Omo didn't cry problem. No new players our ever
said Nadia Lali, they've resuscitated their chances of qualifying to the next stage.
Yeah.
After that 4-0 no. But they ended the big hurdle no. Omdurman.
Okay.
Al Hilal, Mamelodi Sundowns.
Okay.
Al Hilal said you destiny eshomonsem.
Okay.
Win and qualify. No one found last game against Al Ahly Egypt no.
Okay.
So motion am qualify. And no Zamalek has been crashed out. 2-0 against I said you Hossein Mawar issue no me wo interest kakra wo Olympic Andy Taboni the Olympic Lyonnais midfielder bi Hossein Mawar last 2 seasons or so national panel who say we're making a nationality switch from France to Algeria, so it's likely even though on an injury right now on Algeria squad no me sure say the be kan but it's likely next AFCON ye be hu no or see or regret say waboama France da ama mo national team and the Nigerians who goalkeeping problem no say you me wurem
so America so go Indian Wells
Indian yes no so yeah
Daniel Abbas we came wako hunger strike Daniel Abbas
we my brand here ko ye bibio
some hard game if the weekend is crown or in the first game Edema prison team no when you the debut appearance for the prison team and say no say our really dating to on paying into omo enfale divorce document no a rabani free oko no more than Abbas aduane bia woni no so I hata like I restless he be I are hosem kakra
they are na buchi mema obeda uboko jail no man for ye okrum han nam ha free we are to omo we normal crowd ha
we near chill there be ko akodi yan chill there ohuso
Kyle Walker so obviously you drop criminal charges against him and you know okay
ma drop it
you know go also are then free the board down right free wow
Kyle Walker mo so obro dipo so obro deeper
City for no really so na Pep say adobe so be die tua na no hu picture no we dwa Pep
ombro pa City team no mo
Pep Guardiola also the cigar mo
I was saying trip omo bro pa
simple
I see
Andy
you know
my into as well so papa na no frame na me de kire wo no Ejabanka on a frame or video call I cannot be actually
no more number be more we dey say na drink ka
we dey say nyento yes o number
boy
nti no say be our number the other ben
be more
na fi
Ade.
Opa, o de send the brass is here. Na yen kan kire nkofo do pe. Na wa gugu do no do kutwa. Yen kire o kire kwa mo be ba ho weekend na be.
Okay. Ente the voice be o de bra me member mama on the. Ejabanka ai.
No wanyini ana.
Oh, Ejabanka nyini e bebre sa. Even say onyini I young around 40 something. Bare late 40.
And about 10 years ago the number
more that.
Now,
okay.
Omon trefe pa.
So me.
Almost step.
Yeah, for history.
Me bomo bi bia kama. You know, me go straight and out of headlines.
Oh, yanko.
Okay. The last time I bought Champions League final ever take, was 2005. And you born that the Turk Olympic Stadium. Now that particular Champions League, and my representatives are a bit familiar with DNA. A year at a talk again, a Sunday May or the quarter final stage in the Champions League. In 2005, the team is almost those years no munio. But in 2005, in Inter Milan, in Juventus, in AC Milan, 3 Italian clubs in the quarter final of the competition. Yako eliminate Inter Tresan, Juve Tresan, and AC Milan could do finals. Again, in 2 Premier League clubs in the shape of Chelsea and Liverpool. Yako elim Chelsea at Tresan, and Liverpool at Kokoshia. Tima, your friend AC Milan in the final. And then, so I was saying, share, you're Manchester City and you're Chelsea. Mummy, say represented a year the English contingent so far as the competition here concerned. So for Benfica, now because of Benfica those days, now they find not PLV and Oben rather, and they be replace you in that order. Benfica are outsiders in as much as more history in the competition. And this time, Napoli will be a moment the chance to be out there again can be like PLB and Oben, who was part of the quarter-final stage so far as the competition here concerned. Indeed, I a bit similar so far as the draw the Diama in the quarter-final. But we are no say, are we going to have a repetition of the English and then the Italian team, a team Ekopie final in 2005? Because the last time Enuna at the talk at the brain, into a repetition of that history now. So what you draw by now? Obie Trena dream. So for Benfica and Inter Milan, you go back and talk about the 1965 finals at the GCP Mesa Sports Arena and 0. Brandt your friend a jar. It means just a go at the team a friend Inter Milan. It was a star-sided Benfica side, but Oman Timmy and survival at the San Siro and the Inter for the G trophy. This time, beat me a revenge because one team in Europe, it probably bring and come as a Benfica. In the Champions League, they've been outstanding, but we talk about Bayern Munich near Benfica. Bayern should be in the group stage, or maybe should be in the round of 16. But look at Benfica. Omo topu a group of PSG and Juventus. And I didn't know. Almost had dispatch Club Brugge with ease. And check the number of goals that they scored against Club Brugge. Roger Smith, I heard you, ma. Now, baby, Omo Namna. Makasi, they replace quality with quality. And the Chiquinzo Ababeche Enzo Fernandez or Obianfe Enzo Bio. Now, who hear the fans of Benfica, the Omo can they say? Baby, Omo Jina idiot. Omushe Inter Milan, Inter one team Makasa, you cannot trust them, especially when they meet talented sides. But almost show quality no more na. And Koye in the Syria, into combat number first to survive in the Champions League because wait there. So when you Benfica no big Bayern Munich, relatively you have a cheaper draw. But how outstanding a Benfica you know? You must say Lautaro Martinez, Romelu Lukaku, near the Dzeko, and the Simeone Inzaghi charges no. Or more quality no one, or more bet me. They are clear Benfica now. Because Benfica for aye boogie side to the top teams out there. Against Juventus, against PSG, no more home and away. Obi and Timmy and Shawmo. And they have that belief this time. Say baby they can go all the way to the final. They are only thinking about Bella Gutman case and they say, oh, acquire Oscar Cardoso for such a first go against Chelsea. No, me so dominant in the first half. No, money so maybe. by a poor game not Chelsea about show 2-1 in the final show more against Sevilla in the Europa Cup final no money so better to Sevilla you no more lose so now the confidence of Benfica supporters was low but we are no more people so say can they survive the Bella Gutman case that is the discussion also in Portugal so Napoli against AC Milan so the recent Milan team the chance to be at this level baby Edri did the team character the team experience the team pedigree and the Babebo Champions League and their quality so Napoli for so
Stefano Pioli say as no league there's no Champions League.
I agree so Champions League Milan are the most successful club in Italy but in the domestic league Juve any gabe down in Milan temuno emuwa inti clearly AC Milan belong to the Real Madrid Liverpool class where they can struggle in the Serie A no more about the Champions League no omo belong to that group no omo nya Manchester United Bayern Munich Barcelona who so omo G Champions League no omo G League no omo bia Milan nye bia inti even with all the stars at the side paraded by Carlo Ancelotti now European game, almost finals, semi-finals, no. Now almost struggle in the Serie A to win it with Shevchenko, Crespo, John Dal Thomason, Rui Costa, and the likes. Intimidate Stefano Pioli yarding, but they are meeting a Napoli side. You know, almost so superstition on the Benny. Almost so who some Maradona who you know. Na Argentina for Copa America for 29 years. No Montemini work for 36 years. It is the 10 of the then Stadio San Paoli. And it is the 10 of Diego Armando Maradona Stadium. So almost bet me acclaim the Champions League. Let's not forget, for 30 years Omoni League that. But after the death of Maradona, they know actually the gap between them and the other teams in the Serie A. Into almost where they lotto superstition on at all. It is their 10 now. And Omo Babe outside now. Porto ni Monaco year in 2003-2004 it is the 10 of Napoli. Milan will only have to deal with Kvaratskhelia and then Abrante friend Vito Osimhen. So sure more out of goals any assister Napoli team ni na no omo me no 51% of the goals and assists for Napoli. So Fikayo Tomori and Pierre Kalulu and Malik Mathieu so who will be stopping now. These are the guys to stop. Di Lorenzo Nyajuma Bebrebe it is because it is going to be Rafael Liu alone. And it is going to be Zambo Aguiza versus Ibrahim Diaz. It is some Milan for experience will be reigning supreme over the informed Napoleon side in the Champions League. Oh, we are now about Bayern Munich and then Manchester City. Two teams next year 6 times in the competition. Obia winning miensa. One thing is assured. Say in a team of friend Man City and Bayern Munich share draw him. So omumienu share a match of goals because of the attacking power. But Bayern for so what more from group stage. Edi babeti na class stages they've been outstanding. Na nye this year nkwa na say they be asa na ye. But they are meeting against a tricky side. They have Erling Haaland, they have Pep Guardiola. Bayern so were experienced, they have character, they have pedigree. But they have a coach who have built a certain team hoping. So she an experienced coach, obey me a Juma, Julian Legosman. Kingsley Coman is key. But they should be careful. So all the cheaper motive type in it because she have Pep. Not Pep one elements now. You will struggle. But that is Bayern. So Sadio Mane so you feta. The Pep Guardiola defense need to be ready for him. Because he will be key alongside Kingsley Coman. Into a game I bet you very goals. And that is assured for Bayern Munich and then Tima, your friend Manchester City. So almost na ye kwa kohwe interesting game and a match of goals. Real Madrid against Chelsea. You know, this is a game and UTA Chelsea supporters now, to be very honest with you, Chelsea teams now a European trophies and ya na outstanding team. Especially say almost that year. Ubeti me akase Thomas Tuchel be fire any day. Games some put against Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. Any baby on the could do finals no me consistent and almost show class in that particular line. The level of mental toughness within the Chelsea DNA then are clearly different. Makasa when the Benfica ever boy in the Europa finals no many overheard me favorite. When they played against Bayern Munich, no Bianim say a done deal for Bayern. But Chelsea had a way to go. Omoba against a Madrid side, Obi send a message say, Madrid they are no more convincing. Madrid don't need a convincing performance to win. So I show more. Say Laka na opa omukromo newo. Say favor na opa omukromo newo. Bibia ope so onya o game nim bia in the Champions League mostly. Madrid for na ya omunsata aka ne bebrebe. Chelsea see Real Madrid don't bomb home at because apart from last season, for me, made the mistakes. And the Real Madrid team share 3-1.
Yeah.
Because listening to Vinicius Junior was in the toughest opponent, Reece James. And that game, the only time you saw Vinicius coming to the party was in the pass now they back. Edema Karim Benzema and the share. That particular goal, no? Apart from who Vinicius baby. In the second leg, it was a dominant Chelsea. Before that magic from Luka Modric and Rodrigo goals, Edisa goals in no Barbican. But in all, Chelsea won that particular game. Into Chelsea victories, no Genoa. And idea was comparatively to team my friend Real Madrid. But you ask yourself, this is a test game for Enzo Fernandez. Jao Felix ne Real Madrid above to onim said you see no omobo. Again, no de Madioke. Mukalo Mudrik. Ka Havertz and so abo onim said the city here. And was also Mudrik Twitter page or the only Luka Modric time and Shakhtar Donetsk in the picture at all. And watch a game on. This is UEFA Champions League. Into you so baby say Sam Rantie bet me Madrid the film. Madrid they almost give you chances. And home defense they coin them kakra. But would you Chelsea youngsters ebenya the character, the balls to attack this particular side? And Madrid are coming with an experienced coach as well. Can Porter bet me a bibi ana? Or bet me a master stroke. I'm a Chelsea and so me a winning bibi ana. I want to be a Chelsea agent there. But you know, looking at the performance of Real Madrid and how they dispatch Liverpool, Madrid are always favorite in that particular encounter. Until that is it for the Champions League. Tricky games, thrilling games in Yebenya going forward. But I want to believe so. Bian Peso be Messi, Chelsea, Real Madrid, and Manchester City, Bayern Munich.
Yeah, to us now. Say, Mrem Makwami and Confederation, no. If it's a Europa, no, a Conference League, no.
So time
in Nimbebre. Narrow. Too bad into me, my handle.
Yeah, wonderful. Oh, you know, okay, too heavy. Man, you share Sevilla in the competition.
Okay.
They've not beaten them.
Yeah.
But this time, they are Man U for so and it's almost dispatch all the Spanish teams. The chance I'm giving Man U against Real Betis in this one. But the performance in the first one was just super. And the second one, they crown it all. Sevilla recent team no ended the Sevilla of old. But again, they are the Madrid in the UEFA Cup. Again, they have several experienced hands on betting rising to the occasion. Into Madrid, team my friend, Manchester United need to be very careful because for the normal match Man U brutal. So they need to be very careful. Make sure how Jose Mourinho. You know, make sure how be live up in his next game or bebo.
Yeah.
Only himself against Real Sociedad. About passes 84 pe. And Real Sociedad about 484. That is Jose Mourinho for you. A defensive masterclass from Jose dos Santos, Mourinho, Mario Felix. And we hear how Juve so be fair. Into Roma ko Juve ko na Man U kwa. You better how the other teams people fair, but the reality is that the Italian teams are coming up. You know.
All right.
Yakaso omuli ginigu. But this is Europa Champions League. They are coming up, and that is a good thing for Italian football.
Oh, can't Jose Mourinho, Roma, Juventus. Jose say, Juventus, and he say, "I'm do umbo Europa." Now, kwaya Champions League, crano, they are detailed about if it's a Europa no. Or questions are system.
You know one
teams they say Juventus, and it's umbo Europa.
One, Jose one issues with Juventus. Me sure so okay in a picture we know. Okay.
No, what they say.
Of course, you will ho. To we not supporters in who no be and so can and the last one or the Man United ko ho ko Juve.
Okay.
The days at Inter Milan only Juve supporters there be issues. Into the moment Obinya chance, you find a way to shade them. Again, or share the amount
now
of...
we're not positive or negative.
No.
There or can say in some boy Europe.
I think and yes, specifically with Juve, but the format of the league. Yeah, make us say. Yeah, minimum so about Juve. Maybe Juve or Italy now, but who the contest now or Kasana? The format of the Europa League, you know, and one tier says a basa a good Europa League in any mercy. Obia Kobo Champions League were the third. We free ma we free. Na komo mubo Europa for no. Omo so emo omo de. Ene ne no omo de omo di third na ba Europa League no. So he thinks that we are in a way no, not just a ubu Europa League no enimtia. That was his major concern. And until the cars answer no. I don't know.
In a way, so send Andy so Adrian or can be the Tia Juventus. That's possible.
Yeah, say Juventus angle now.
In Europa and I'm
Juventus angle now, General. You can also look at it. Say Juventus is too big for second tier.
And you're positive much Juventus.
That's it.
But I'll share the negative aspect. So Green, I want more champions. I Google them. I want more Champions League. Juventus Europa number.
So I say Nico say Juventus before Europa. What do I say? So kwa bisira say ubetimi so we negative angle abeka mo yeda powerful. Mo tipe for na ebo Champions League.
The person can.
The person can no. Okay, Andy Nadwin no say the person can no.
Obisibetimi look at it say me initial na me hwe say he thinks that the format is not good where teams on be drop a free Champions League no more abeka Europa League no feel say a Europa League na enimtia.
Okay. In the for Champions League this year.
No problem.
Yeah. Now, so kakra.
Yeah, General Kakrebi. First of all, we share the Champions League draw now. Many and the Italian teams are really coming up because looking at the facts, and there were 3 Italian clubs in there. Now, Bako is certain say we will see an Italian side in the semi-final because 2 of them are Asia, Meka Napoli and AC Milan. Potentially. Inter ebetumi ayi Benfica frame a game untumi robia off yanyintum say game no ye some 3 weeks 3 days away or some 3 weeks and then some 4 days away and san about 11th April and omubo sa can see in free sa break up sa time no a lot of things can go on but the way your analysis are you look at the current situation and then the current happenings and it makes it Benfica I want him and Crawford said that more respect the BR. But it drew our stage will be a grumble media and Boma born this season. I think say they will give Inter Milan a tough time. But Inter in their elements could easily also eliminate them. Then potentially you see 2 Italian or all Serie A team in a semi-final game. That thing is also possible. If Chelsea in particular able to eliminate Real Madrid. Because Chelsea Real Madrid a difficult game. You can't predict Chelsea as it stands now.
You know, Michelle's bridges just so show.
One game a lot of people feel say Laka and Kasa.
Yeah.
Eddie de Bois Real Madrid.
Sevanko, apart from that, Tuchel made a mistake. Because at 79 minutes, Jonah Chelsea were leading.
People felt say you could have closed.
No.
Madrid, so no say if the best way to defend against Madrid is to attack them. Yeah. Who could defend it? It could be anything. But I think that was a game. The best in the sea and a game and then Chelsea. They make us a difficult for anybody to predict Chelsea because Chelsea is sheer and afraid when you have some 3 wins at Waso. If the trend is going to continue. It means that after some 3 weeks, we will see an improved and a better Chelsea side. I'll bet Major and now Madrid. So it's a bit difficult, but assistance and a mere prediction. I will go in for Madrid ahead of Chelsea.
All right.
But let's wait and see. And also, it's possible we can have an all-English semi-final because Man City by a minute it could be anybody's game. Pep Guardiola could share on the former side. Me as I City and so also me predict here I'll go for Man City ahead of by a minute in that draw.
Okay.
General Mbachota said. Final Abrantia no bisa say menhwe say Man United bet to me AJ Europa League na. United I think their biggest it might not be their biggest but a very tough assignment trying to negotiate past my friend Betis Sevilla. United already about 3 Spanish sides. The only card in the boy
Barcelona.
Sociedad.
No, he played
Sociedad at the group stage. United crochet Sociedad on the home. And on also by Old Trafford, Brescia United. I think that is the only game United has lost this season against Sociedad. And we eliminated Barcelona. And we eliminated Sevilla. Or the saying Real Betis. So now is a 10 of another Spanish side. 4 Spanish sides in the season. I think since United to me negotiating past Sevilla, then they'll be in a very good position to win it. You talk about maybe Juventus, a very strong side. Yes, Roma, let me go past Feyenoord. For Mourinho and for the coach, you give them some good chance to also go in there. Leverkusen, Union, SG, the my dreams there, they will fall off along the line. General, it's an interesting season. Interesting here, and but the everyone was say Chelsea kwa kope unana.
Omo busana sikeke.
So busana so much as I could be say di hunkomo. Aden Edouard Mendy, Edu level some person parking na.
Na send the form
no, they asked for a renewal. He's not ready to renew.
Say Mendy so per se the position. I'm sure that he's not ready to be number 2 to Kepa. And no so asha say di nkomo foforo. And probably so we started so mu di nkomo foforo. Now so I say hey nkrofo ma we umbi jame ho.
Na we yo wanwa Chelsea and Inter flop Lukaku Madrid.
Madrid.
And the answer is no. Matiti Madrid. Lukaku.
Yeah. Madrid they consider going for Lukaku.
I know.
Me seriously, General. Enya Madrid a kebe mwa. By Madrid to do baby and said anyama because first of all, Carlo Ancelotti potentially will not be there for next season. Okay. Inti se wo hwe Madrid players o mo pe o mo a ya o mfa Ancelotti ni na de be hwe o mo bebre. But at Madrid club president need to be top player. Into bit to Lukaku.
Okay.
No question say no system number 9 phone nim za o. Lukaku for the past 2-3 seasons was shaper. And so number 9 for no so. To near now sad wadwin akọ and sometimes ya na be feel say change of environment, change of play a bit more because brebi aba oye bi o kire so onim ye for club and country. So me anyam say maybe Madrid will want to look at Lukaku again because clearly Benzema will not be at his peak senior or born in the ultimate eba form until day I will hear another person, but I don't think Lukaku will be the ideal signing.
Okay.
Because se Benzema come from now copper striker at least so pay don so age of form kakra. No about bebo.
Okay, yen to us our wo bibi kakra bia na as operate to come.
Oh, baby, unse
general last we the mama fa we ntwem. On say FIFA Club World Cup na fe do maji atum say ye bebo. Now we increase number no ko saying 32 FIFA Club World Cup. Now performance no mo dey aba na se chrense already 9 clubs or that. Omo format no say ye bebo no 20 2025.
Okay.
Now see from 4 seasons earlier and no mobile say they are building a chair omo mbekwa akobo. As a chance said do win uko Europe already when 2 teams are omo na esi omo twen omo qualified that. It doesn't matter the BC. Chelsea and Real Madrid are qualified for the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup. Why? Because Chelsea won the 2021 UEFA Champions League.
Okay. And also mo to aso ko Club World Cup no.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Omo share the winners no of 2021 then 2022.
Okay.
Say different winner we need 2023 ono so beko.
Okay.
Different winner we need 2024 ono so beko. Europe omo 12 slots.
Okay.
And honum. Africans already 2 countries, 2 clubs and omo so na isi wadada. Ye can Al Ali of Egypt. Omo ye CAF Champions League winners 2021 and then with that Casablanca of Morocco almost 2022 CAF Champions League winner they are also already there. So also now coming
back on Africa there.
Yeah.
Ne obeji Champions League win so be ka ho.
When America say we mu me enu agi dada. The obeji we be ka ho. The obeji next year.
Me said they to say ne obeji African made in Super League no so e be ka ho. So we benya 3 Champions League winners. And then 1 Super League.
But as we speak, 2 and are qualified.
Yeah, 2 now qualified.
It's not almost can qualify that.
And Europe then so 8 slot no. Almost the European coefficient and the budget. And they are those 4 lists now or they are abodina or mobile kono. We almost say con mebol.
CONMEBOL, yeah.
Almost benya 6 slots.
Yeah.
Benya 6 slots and a CONCACAF.
already the Palmeiras and the Flamengo
almost qualify
because of their exploits in the last 2 years.
To almost qualify. And Oshini abenya 1 slot. And AFC Asia side almost benya 4 slots.
Okay.
But the your problem e womni.
Katre.
Almost ebe wom 2025 summertime. By that time yensu ebe bo AFCON. So players be brace you. AFCON na ye be ba bebo 2025. Eno na ya je de free Guinea nsema afei na CAF ebe he omanya obe hosti. Who's already bid akọ. Algeria, Morocco, the joint bid from Nigeria and then Benin, Ube Saka, the Zambia, you know.
Okay.
So by that time, no, some 32 team. No, imagine say some of the other countries now, players about the widened edition of FIFA Club World Cup. No, now most country has qualify AFCON.
Now who be Africa? The players a bit more Club World Cup.
Said your team said your team.
For example, it's a Chelsea. Enru squad here who ya. As I say, Dean Mendy will be in action. In Tebe affected Senegal. Like European clubs and African players will.
Mendy a bit more German.
And besides,
Mendy the bit more German.
And the besides, African teams are
Koulibaly
the African teams so are also be qualified. So in this case, you say some move share date in and the ban is also
players say omuma football does. That's it. Matches in FIFA title. Let's say under Infantino.
Let's say CAF ground be
say FIFA say omo person mo raise revenue drew around $9 billion.
That's the high gain say players no mo nim bono mo osoro no. Omo anso na omo boss competitions bebre no. Obi so ti one the whole season about 14 matches.
But so the one be ka hono so ska
Skaum, but Sergio players. By that year, no Sergio.
Clubs here says Sergio.
Sergio, by that year, no 2 confederation tournaments in the Bekosu.
Okay.
Na AFCON no Bekosu. Na CONCACAF Gold Cup on Bekosu.
Okay.
For Copa America, there omo aba even numbered year. So 2024 no more be tournament. By that time, no there enkoso and Euros so enkoso.
All right.
So I think it's a problem. I want no.
How many CAF Champions League and Confederation Cup was Antikotoko had? The trophies now can have participation as and okay. Captain Hayford, would we every Ketikrachi and Abre. Captain Hayford from Ketikrachi. Okay. We were made to believe by Mr. Hart that the GPL is not listed on a bet power platform, but it has turned out to be untrue. So I want to ask if one will be right to conclude that they are cashing in on GPL without the knowledge of the FA. If so, will one also be right to say they can use the players' numbers for business without the FA knowing? Also, do they have an idea as to what the numbers will be used for in the event that they are not sponsoring the GPL? Eric and Adiwe Abre. Eric would different fa and buy. Okay, my person say I can Eric message a biom. Okay, Eric say, good morning. We were made to believe by Mr. Hart, Henry Asantichum, that the Ghana Premier League is not listed on the Bet Power platform, but it has turned out to be untrue. So I want to ask if one will be right to conclude that they are cashing in on GPL without the knowledge of the FA. If so, will one also be right to say they can use the players' numbers for business without the FA knowing? Also, do they have an idea as to what the numbers will be used for in the event that they are not sponsoring the GPL? Eric Enediwe Abreye. Yebo modia saying sa Ebeka Henry Asante Chum, the communication director Ghana Football Association. Nanka in some of the ebetu dwano they say yetete no. Dear na oka de afa ho. And the message drew her na local source no minim say narrow. When Andy Numbina umbezo mo no to sanse mi emu. Ye ko kade Rich Edway Free Kade. How are you and your crew? Please, you've not said anything about prices of coaching courses that the FA that the FA okay. Sergio, coaches are not paid well, and no structures of payment for coaches. So can the FA absorb the money? Do the very okay. Me ba be hesa message you say rich.
But that's me
report. Me yenya but me say can me kind there on the buy no. Yeah.
Coaches are kept you come hanye. And omo coaching course no so a sika omutua no wo soro dodo. E fi ni ntimi mfa ka no. Ebre omo coaches ne be ye courses na na.
Okay. All right. Ndina and also I don't know. Do you know PE teachers have more certificates of the GFA coaching courses, but they are not handling clubs because of this huge money in this course? Please talk to the FA for the coaches. Thanks. Rich Kade Unaudiwe and so Abre Dasipa. Yamra matches no so kakrebi, especially the Bekoso El Santiago Bernabeu, El Clasico, no kakra. All right.
New Camp.
Sorry, a Camp Nou, Barcelona home. Okay. Woka Timoka. Ayo. Kakrebi.
Barcelona Real Madrid na Baso. Na said the first one Real Madrid win, but I'll check it the last 2 cup games at Barcelona na team are winning, and the latest one was the 1-0 by Frank Kessben at Santiago de Bernabeu. Well, follow Barcelona and saying after the injury of Dembele, Robert Lewandowski on and off, Barcelona is defending well. In as much as a game Nubia, Obia Boma candidate Stegen Abaso say on a stand out and a player between him and other opponent. But the Javis Barcelona, a defended with Lambert, a defended and almost show a class of discipline along their ranks. Madrid team no beer and Barcelona against Real Madrid. The last game now, Madrid elusu that was one of the best games of Madrid. But eventually Barcelona yadi ane here and on the winning that particular game. Obia who said the Madrid team when playing against Barcelona, the dream also is to make sure you stop Vinicius Junior. O stop now press Eduardo Camavinga in central midfield that you are good to go. No currently is social Barcelona attack now. And I know yes, and even Lewandowski presence within the team, he struggles in big games. Until clearly Araujo will be on the right. The last time I said the system will cater for Vinicius. Until we had the last game now, it was Araujo, Frankie de Jong, and Rafinha. 3 players always try to overload him on the right. And that was one of the best games of Frankie de Jong. Conde concentrate defense and no pressure. So no Christiansen, no Marcos Alonso, no pressure. Balde is playing well. Indeed, the only work for the Barcelona defense is to make sure they cater for Vinicius Junior on the right. Omuya said Jumana, Karim Benzema last game, not the old Benzema, but at least you glimpses of the movement. And then the link up play now, and he will be key into the 2 central defenders for Barcelona and so were Jumaye. Barcelona would love to go on a counter because Madrid will just try to control. It is either Tchouaméni coming in for Camavinga or Camavinga based, making sure say the 2 players, Toni Kroos, Luka Modric will be available. Now Fede Valverde Costro, a bit of a defensive setup. Abrante Efeno, Militao, and Rudiger central defenders. Not on team in some more classical niye, but against Rafinha, better how you fare or whether any of their defenders will come back. I don't think this will be a game for Rodrigo. He'll be your best starter from bench in our back. Barca will be defensive, catching for Aya Vinicius Junior. Give no space. Use Ferran Torres, Rafinha, hit them on the break. Anytime a ball, you beat me just like first. If Barca are able to defend well, like Omu defended the first one, no more betting Omu chance there. Then Barcelona have a chance of winning this particular encounter. But so many Timmy and Ketifa Vinicius on the right, Barca will be in trouble. But you know, at the Camp Nou, I'm going in for a Barcelona win. Chelsea bought against Everton. One game, I'm so much confident that Chelsea will win. Because Everton, Sean Dyson, so by Nkoyi, sir, or no, they will try, so be me never be but Nkoyi, sir, what try so be changing the setup in him kakra into which the last game now. Captain Coleman Ebono, or the Ben Godfrey abaled back or the Michael King ababeka Jim Tarkowski ho and on the midfield no why 5 into Dwight McNeil, Brian Onana, Alex Iwobi, Idrissa Gana guy and no Demara Gray up front. Adebayo what Chelsea team no say omo create chances pa. But some create a coin on the first of the ball that towards them and how they will prevent opponent from scoring. But knowing everything very well, they will just be behind the ball just to make sure so match Chelsea space to play. Oman Zoban and Imbe ba or exquisite pass no the better the amount. Jao Felix Oman space baby ba or Howard and Matthew Kovacic back as stabilize the Chelsea midfield. In Tiabesha Everton able to deal with Chelsea midfield and especially in the attack. But at the Stamford Bridge, the confidence is back. Graham Potter and the Chargers are now getting things right. And you know, it is a game that I'm tipping Chelsea to win. Man United elbow against Fulham. Fulham soon their last 2 games in Koye against Arsenal, against Brentford. Oma consider 6 goals. And on Manchester United able FA Cup at the Theatre of Dreams. Man you who say kwana do money no we no ka krabia. Omo multiple trophies omo betimi age. Enkoye Mfama Fulham and I'm expecting so much after Paulina Injino aha omukakra and you know this is a game that I'm tipping Manchester United to win. Arsenal Crystal Palace 12 games and a particular intimia winning on my pamno.
Okay, too bad mami found see her na fe yentoa nkomotwetwe no aso yeba Africa kakra na fe awa Mohammed so de aba say menya Henry Asante Chum, Director of Communications, Ghana Football Association. Yanene Chuchi and Komo Kakra. Hello, Henry.
Sergio.
Empom Yadia.
Isan Kenya Kupo, Numados, how you in
Numados, how you in this is what I couldn't cry.
I just am no Casa Gramo Cofrudia.
Wow.
Mr. Galka, Vice Chairman. Omame nena ya dene ikusi ntino yenya yawa
o adaje no kete misra nti pone kakra bi mai na we dey assemble akopɛ na ye buso enim so mbasa ba kuma se na fe ye no mo atwetwen komo tintintin efansema oba Kessben studio ha we dey betu dwa efa bet pa ene bonuses a mutua de Emma players a kuma se Asante Kotoko na omompese omdo beka ho amo ekachire mo numbers ne ade ompese beko bet pa eho Emma odi tu just a bet pa kra no Ghana league no kra no omo enlist ye na se aba betu dwa se nyesa na asem no etie ne mo bet pa Ghana Premier League no eka omo ho yie papa minim dia na oka fa sa asemi ho amanfo dia atudwa bebre nam social media bebrebe say o the untruth and the betudwa o Kessben ene miamia hodo
Sergio Bedasi mpanimfo ka sem bi se baby a titire aboa na ho na eja no nti me de se me ba Kessben na me ba kasa o mu kasa fidie no so na ensema me ko ekae no ene yi me san ba kasa fidie no aso asan abekire ensemu enokre say anano me ba studio we din komo bebre e ma bet power eso so e be pie no me di chuja say your matches no enye listed on the bet power platform because from engagement ngita hodie ene ade a ye ne omo edi even before I go into the partnership that was supposed to be the agreement. And so as a federation or as a regulator, we were 100% aware say that directive, any agreement, it was being adhered to. As at the time when Meno Edin Komono, that was the position of the FA. But Akoba said, Ebia, Meno Ekasewi, ena enema epipi abonten say na ana say ewo ho say omo LST matches no the person me say it is good say about to the attention of the FA enra me general secretary and other leaders of the federation enra na yehu ye no na putupru eho no a ye start etu ho na mo. There are 2 ways of solving the issue. First of all, there is a regulator or your gaming commissioner or in charge of all betting companies in Ghana because of no issue license. Secondly, because we have a relationship with BetPower, straight away we are taking steps to meet them and iron out the issue. Because agreement has to be respected in that regard. We will definitely have a meeting with BetPower and come back. And not only BetPower, Sergio, and no crown BetPower the say other platforms without prior approval from the FA. Yeah, who say embed be LST, only approval from us. Yeah, who say Betika LST, only approval from us. Yeah, who say mail bet LST, soccer bet LST, 1x bet and so LST. Only need approval from us and our LST games, but with specific reference to BetPower, because they are our partners. I know more formal contracts, a legal contract, a binding, we are taking steps to call them into a meeting to discuss the matter. Aside that, all the other platforms are need to me in free. Now, any relationship, they are making profit off our product. So we will take legal steps to address that particular matter. First of all, DJ say maybe say ABBA app. Now, gidi amount for it means people have the product at heart. Yes, why a regulator no. You be sipono na ya tenase na asem no se ya tibia no ya pe ne komasibre na game no in the end no you protect the integrity of the game.
Oh, okay. And now other betting companies here will buy a deal. So our system imo for some time. Our let's say Ghana Premier League matches and omo manko for each channel at the end. Everything ya where before they ever bet power so.
We have been to the Gaming Commission on this particular issue. You call Gaming Commission, you report to all the platforms. Ebikra or almost any offices in Ghana, or more offices in Abuchi. And through the Gaming Commission or your regulator, we instructed Gaming Commission say best stop from doing so, because on our own we can't act. Because there is a regulator, which is the Gaming Commission. Into your concern, Gaming Commission, once you remember Gaming Commission, then they will come back to us. Say, omo you report to omo initial stages, Gaming Commission. Omo promise yes or at the very beginning, they said they were not interested in our league. But it drew a person who said, omo kache say omo interested no. They were still doing something contrary to agreement. Yene omo into report to omo Gaming Commission. Gaming Commission back. Ebe kache say omo say omo jai. Omo list Ghana Premier League matches be on their platform. And then now it has come back to us to say omo LST matches not on their platform. Clearly, it shows us to say the product is very, very attractive to the betting companies. Once the product is attractive to the betting companies, we need to take steps to protect the product, which is the Premier League. And obia or interest, say or person or listing your games on their platform, now or making money off your product in Ibiano. I was say or buy a ho, just had to me, As we speak, none of them has done that. And it is good that these things have come up. We will take steps to address them. But Sergio,
yes, sir.
Them and our free ufi abefa now the journey. Now me who say one no abefa and one is me do call police station. I'm a police for near show because we have a book on web or diet. But in this case, all these betting companies work through a regulator, and we even before we signed BetPower, regulator meeting several times. It is our grievances we can't act on our own without recourse to the regulator, which is the Gaming Commission. Into this week, you be 2-1 and we have to be aggressive. Either than that, thinking say ya cover yeto enso no bi so te baby na all making money off us, and that goes to affect the football industry.
Oh, okay. Enti metiasie ya Henry o kama wiase nyina te se nhihye ne nkrata ne ade a mo ne bet pa esensan ya na mo gitum no enim se o mo lese Ghana Premier League no ka o mo dwuma o mo di nyina nhihye ne nkyere sa na makwakoye.
Exactly the case.
Wow.
Enti animanimu ya no yebeye meeting. I have spoken to the General Secretary. The President has come in as quickly as possible. Any ombeye meeting within the coming days. Now, yeah, making sure say agreement ye sign ye no ye be this super pepe. Send ye ye fulfill a part of the agreement, you know. Almost somebody fulfill a part. Then we can work together. Even if Ekobase at the initial stages the almost catch say na say they against Sachra Abba, we have to know, and there is a process, and that process must be duly adhered to.
Okay. Na ebisu senka after signing the agreement of bed power no nka say mo monitor omo pa na mo hwe say nhihye mo no ma sign nyina no omo diso ana omo ndiso.
Well, Sergio, as for monitoring there a bit to me free baby monitoring can come from the public, it can come from clubs, it can come from referees, monitors. The media is also a major stakeholder. It is good that this thing is being championed by the media. Once it is being championed by the media, it means that together you opepa se product ne ebe ye. Into once I was our opepa no sa anamono and I yes ye betu send ebe ya be protect the integrity of the game.
Okay, Henry, but that's Mr. Adajenisa, Ebeja, or if you want to the whole year. So, you know, now a very busy week in Ghana football. Ewo Kumasi.
Eba Kumasi, Jamia, no much. Member studio.
All the best. Honra Santichum, Director of Communications, Ghana Football Association, and Atwitwe and Komono. Naro, memra wa na minko awal ho area na gede akan local stories no.
Obetima kwa.
Minko awal ho mra ho. And our quick comment bia.
Yeah, the quick comment in there, me chere the BBM.
Oh, okay.
I want to take it holistically.
Okay.
If you give me 3 minutes, then I'll do it.
Memra ho, meba awal ho later.
Thank you. Metie Henry Asantichum. I think that after an interview no and comments ne screenshots HRCSA.
Okay.
Now me first of all Henry asem na obeka wa ha no. Na enyem ngonwa. Say bet power phone list Ghana League no. Ebi aye nyina erefi. Ebro mo launch bet power deal no. The GFA president said say omo list pay omo no agreement no. Bet power emfa or the saying Ghana League no and to omo platform so. Na me in person, me kai say almost started Bet Power Premier League no. For the first 3 weeks or so, there be na me share that check here say e ho no man because me pa na me concern is send ye be start season na bet di adencheche bet in sense ma or dey ash gold ekoto baby na ash gold day any sansem na ekokoso so when the Bet Power was launched as the headline sponsor of our league, I was like, wow, I feel you because on besa be listed. I got a bit relieved when GFA president can say, "Omo listed, omo platform no eso, omo sponsor no." Okay. In fact, first 3 weeks I checked, na nene so. Into me, for example,
first 3 weeks number, you know.
Me there. Okay. That is where I checked up to.
Okay.
Me who said na Bet Power for no, omo mfa ento so.
Okay.
Mze obia ekoda agi tumu ze ampa indeed omum fan to so enti Henry Tra ha kan say omon list no me na me feel say from what I knew earlier they were not doing it nim so what am I say
yeah me just
and ebe me din be me won pa say Henry Asantichum onim say Bet Power for list na de na public internet website obia ko hobi na oba betra aka se omunko wa bra wo kana internet na nkrofo checking
yeah.
So nipa na the test ba me ne ya adwen say Bet Power for no list at the blind side of the FA or at least their spokesperson na onya we say bet power for no omo list ene man no be kan nsem o kan yi we are no the free ho no ma general ubebisa ho say asama na nipa ba ku bisa say senior se bet power for no ampa omo de atoto omo platform so wa bra GFA nya we dia ene na ehu ebro omo beji clubs players numbers ni nyina no omo betumi dia bibia wa bra F so ehu. I also agree with that person say bet power for omo tumi eblichi omo enkita wudia na niema omo ni GFA tintim wa bra omo lesi wa bra ma omo kwan na GFA for nim to the extent that the spokesperson abeka say omo lesi ebra na omo nam kokoam list. In fact Kwam Shanghai Kranso am screenshot say on the 5th of March na Bet Power Premier League oma listed Ghana games and so okay. It's not even after say be a Henry Eka no and no listed no more listed but the spokesperson surprising wasn't aware until you asked the question monitoring I think say GFA4 anya de ba kukra omo monitoring has been poor na Ket Henry ka say monitoring no a you be our responsibility no so journalist a monitor or yeah for nejuma but the prime person our should say obe monitor say nipa no na our contract no odimra no so no sa wow in our contract maybe omudie ne betima yet say emudie ni bi or monitor who say microphone nye wato na adwuma koda say microphone nye say no moye without their knowledge now a tricky situation general even resolving it is very tricky. First of all omo your partners omo 3 years contract worth 6 million USD enti ubetumi aye comfortable akaso we breach me contract no we breach contract e sign to me terminate GFA be say so terminate no loses can nyina obey okay clubs ni nyina be okay ni ewomu nyina no ombejai because our league now without headline sponsor for a good number of years. If terminating straight away any the way out then they would have to go to arbitration and I so mudin komo any bet power for any trans say adan ne someone listen more list ABCD no maka ko say okay sa na tie dey bia yen list biom ana say you feel za dey na ye no si an listing so a e ka na ye bo yentimi ntoa so nti ebe list if you say okay ebe list there these are the other conditions and now ebe list there emwa yen e the chacha no be say a game no enu nti no ye mamonye then they may have to break or cancel the contract. So clearly spoke out of the onim people so neni kwanso moleste na say o moleste na GFA for so nyawe but clearly BBC is here. Lessons obviously are very important. What is the monitoring system at the FE? Okay. Who monitors more activities? Any more? Me already Matra can say. I even think that Bet Power is not getting the mileage they deserve from the money they are pumping out. But who tien komodina so ana kamia kweze sa 1 million no mutito nche so be sa niema surprisingly says kind of Bet Power for no to de beba amomu dey those publicities and all that. So general Henry Asante Chum interview no ye no. One a year there nke potential danger e dey pie. We are no the free honoma other companies na betting companies no mutwa no omunso wa semfu fra omno mbeka ba onim it's not easy so who follow omubeti niema na even matches any hokra sometimes omutime de beto friend ghost match I see ubetima ko twa match or bet bi nyame adaruma me colleague ba ko amene no office do twa pa na se me bondi wa o twa match bi ase match ni neni ho bibia ba ka no nko anu adi o twa results no twa amba and of friend beside say match with this country. I'm say one of the Scandinavian countries. Me share match na ye na match ni o. Now one thing is difficult. Some of these betting companies in Ukraine is difficult to locate them. Say no kind of gaming commission. Say Ghana have 4 gaming commission here. Ebe dem crash o mo be yire other betting companies no more listing now without the approval of the FA.
Yeah. I don't know come ba so busa ho asem ni. This is a kunyane omo let's say GPL no.
Yes.
I only approval from the Ghana Football Association.
Minim say Diana ne bet 10 dey na da so ha.
10 bet.
10 bet we say dey.
Obo 5 also.
Kotoko ne betika.
Obo mel bet any betika.
Okay. Betika na kotoko dey.
Yes, betika.
Kotoko dey ne betika.
Na dey
no 10 bet.
Okay.
10 bet.
Osaka say 1x bet in so list.
1x bet. 1x bet so no muso sponsor bi wa ha. But you see, for example, take a team like Yemfan say betika or sponsor Kotoko yi. Na betika list Kotoko match. E wo bet so a. Serious. But I think that Nana Ponsane Kotoko management decision say for players in a number Emma Effie for the fear of maybe any other thing no near PNS so Emma so standing on mutiki no any substance. So then and no more drink on kind because a beer so listed there potentially they can even influence who players. Betting companies and they can do
no, but if at the initial stages, FA can say list GPL
anyway because at the time our moji just had nan crofone list na emrani say mom list enti maybe untumi nyina eno so nka say eno nti na dey take your decision but the
papa be omo dwene ko
enti na mke be omo dwene ko kan say knowing these betting companies obi raise another question which is very vital o test abako or say bi omaji numbers ni nyina awie omanyi omo numbers ni nyina awie 3 years time omo ne Ghana GPL contract abana wie enti omo sponsor bi enti bi amra no kra hye omo say enu enti mo list no afraid because omo sponsor ni adenti send other companies say list no omo be list here that time they have contacts of all these players so if they want to do any business with them it becomes a bit easy for them to do it. It's a dicey situation. Okay. Very dicey.
Now, Mami Musa, players in Ghana and elsewhere, difficult so when you're numbers.
Another Asamba
me Musa say
Asamba so Ghana player
Kotoko players nina numbers I'll get it.
You get it easy.
Me will be brain numbers.
You get it.
Me pomu nina list amenya.
And one thing
me call Diana meet me normal list. Nina ubia numbers. Me call hard to folk. Me no ubia player ubia numbers.
Mediama.
Me no ubia numbers.
I even think that
players numbers no. Ninya na Diana. Even say unya na no your business you can easily get.
They can easily get.
Yes. That's my point.
They can easily get. Oko even PFAG, members ni nyina, obia number of database.
Yes. I don't answer no big business or PFAG you want and I say who journalists are do. We have all these numbers. Ninya no anything.
We are getting the numbers and anything sacred. Anything.
In the unya nipa bonini no energy say obey sad na. But my release my betting companies omuntimi nye omo ankope numbers na. In the numbers no there no me who's a problem kakraka sa
ana for example you find a betting company na ono na say be bet na ye ne dia no obe free player na say on share no ho ana on share na on consider na because omo no ye kapa omo no mo bet nyom na etwa nti omo ni players fixing match no e kra nye betting for no minim so otmasi ti say bia any bet power obetimi na bia say Kotoko hasu so be player ya ene na one ne ye de akotwa o different bet ba on twa ono ano ho emedi ono ano ho bet eti number
say bet ni ho e koso bebre wo clubs no eye omo emfa betting company no debi omo clubs
no what you imagine is say ono no betting company no no on twa ono ano ho
debi
but no be fix the any na bia ono kwa fix the different betting company be there eti and getting those numbers wouldn't be anything difficult for anybody to get
betting na ekoso no clubs na clubs no pay for clubs no supporters some referees so just say and yes ejuma no
and hardly we haven't gotten any yet a betting company be any a footballer a fixed match number of times they do it themselves no muna ko try the betting company
simple yanto aso Kessben 3.3 Kessben 2.9 Accra DSTV channel 364 Go TV channel 173 Kessben television digital television bia on Cyberka Kessben TV sanso and multi TV decoder so on Cyberka Kessben TV my who calls right difference here Awa Mohammed
Sergio
for you room Africa
yeah mama nyene to because only time yeah mani Sergio enwa alali ayade 4-0 win against Cotton Sport de Garua the start Rumdi Agia the northern part of Cameroon in the city of Garua. Sergio etaka sembi out in outside your baby yesi minimum kwado de jeidu shifus kan shiki Laka. And enwa alali chere they are in for the deal.
Wow.
But Sergio and the result na ebe koso Al Hilal Mamelodi Sundowns ni Al Hilal no. A repercussion on El Ali's chances of qualifying to the next stage. Because if Al Hilal wins Sergio, last game you say Al Hilal Shekwa sure 10 Sergio found. And Sergio and 4-0 very very emphatic. 3-0 3 goals from Mahmoud Karaba and Percy Tau added the other goal. It me a very very good important result for Nadia Al Ahly setup. But be train game na eba so Mamelodi Sundowns ni Al Hilal. Sergio Zamalek also out. After say Gabaski free after say Tarek Hamid free after say Ashraf Ben Shaki free Mahmoud Karaba mo ene wo Hamdi El Wesh mo ene Zizo ni Saifuddin Jaziri. It wasn't enough. CR Belouizdad has done double over them because they beat them 1-0 and so almost 2-0. So Zamalek 5-time champions of the continent. Omo bangled out of the competition. Omo alongside Cotton Sport Seju they've said goodbye. Seju game na ebaso ewo Al Hilal Omdurman no. Ene Florent Ibenge ewo edwuma pa ewo ne so. Because how will you stop this high-flying Mamelodi Sundowns team from playing? So even recent Hugo Bruce lineup and our squad will release here South Africa bebo African doubleheader. 8 of their members are in the team. Mamelodi Sundowns on 8 of their players and then call up into the South African team. No, we goalkeeper Rowan Williams. We Obre Modiba, Tapelo Morena, Grant Kekanamo, the part of the defense. We the likes of Tebo Mokena, Cassius Mailulamo, and the likes of Temba Zwanimo. So Sergio, they are doing a very good job both on the continent and in the domestic league. So Sergio, they will be very rampant, and I don't see how Al Hilal can stop them. What they need to do is to keep a close tap on the movement of Cassius Mailula, the likes of Peter Shalulile and Temba Zwane, and Sergio omo make it switch. No focal point no, because they are all speedsters. Obiansu jina baby fa kom omo mi ense no bi ti ansu etimi jina bosso. And ya na omo bo na omo keeper na oye Rowan Williams oye part of the build up no. So eno no ma Obre Modiba any Kuliso Mudao eko join midfield no to make sure they overshadow you. So they often they display a very good result when it comes to their dominance in the midfield. And Marcelo Allende, that Chilean international Mokofano from Uruguay, no. Sergio, they bought that guy $2.9 million. Currently one of the best midfielders who are plying their trade on the continent. And Sergio, David Abagna, the likes of Abu Agla, Walid Din Kheder, Omubefa a very, 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 very difficult time in dealing with the midfield play of Mamelodi Sundowns. Sergio, am I going for a win for Mamelodi Sundowns? Ebia say Al Hilal etimi yadia ometimi anya draw, but if they are able to win the game today Sergio na chese omo alongside Mamelodi Sundowns ene be ko animu na Al Ahly free irrespective of what is going to happen in next week's game. Al Hilal Omdurman Eko Al Ahly ewo Egypt no. Sergio in the CAF Confederation Cup not too much of games no ene basu CS Monarchs still and we had the likes of Diabo Noane Rivers United game no ene be koho. And Sergio apart from away from that Hossein Awar oye Olympic Lyonnais midfielder and Sergio dia to just say wa regret say wasia kan ama the French national team before. So beka onya only call up once which was the year 2020 when they engage in a friendly game against Ukraine. And Sergio, apart from that, Wenya Kaya and Sia Kaya Momobium was switching the nationality at the about Algeria. And Sergio, he Ninchi for Algeria, even though he was born in France, but ni parents every Algeria. And Sergio, Ono Obabeka, the Algerian team, Islam Slimani mo at the about the AFCON qualifiers in Yebehu mo Ewo Cote d'Ivoire come next year. And Sergio, he's one quality guy who's going to add a lot of the Algerian midfield no. Nigeria pass it through goalkeeping problem. And I was monitoring one of their scouts, your coach, SI journalist, Chinedu. And I say goalkeeping problem since Enyama Kwa Eseju, I a stain on the national team of Nigeria. He narrated the story when he talked of how Vincent Enyama problem by between Onu and Sunday Olusi. That was 2015 when Sunday Olusi for that coaching team or the coaching job of the Nigerian national team. Since then, Sejo Mwanya better goalkeeper. And goalkeeping one of the department the experience neighbor. So if you want to flash out an experienced person, you need to have someone obabe understudy, no steady kakra before so be take over. Okay. So Sunday Olusi ya no ni Enyama problem or J captain free in same or sa pam no free camp se manem mebium. And or they Carl Ikeme buy. Carl Ikeme buy, and so now he was passing through a lot of ill health issues. Now a battle with leukemia. Okay. Onuso na nyini on this part. Omode Chinedu omode this guy by Adele Theophilus Afelo Kaimu nyina by Ikechuku Izenwa ono no be down amamu during the Wafu tournament course keep course. Say all these guys couldn't replace Enyama. Okay. And omode Francis Uzo by. Up till now Nigerians are willing say enye Francis Uzo mistake na komutimi ko Qatar 2022. And say a goalkeeping problem on pass it through pa OS squad na abana. Even though Francis Uzo still remains the goalkeeper or the top notch goalkeeper within almost setup because almost the new goalkeeper papa bia Maduka Okoyama and my friend one Victor Sochima or they or no so Rivers United only Nigeria chanting team no baha and so you almost squad no about Carlos Alcaraz and you be any more in the semi-finals no but no as you Elena Rybakina a defeat I guess we take 6-2. Okay. So this is also a finals of the Indian Wells no.
Mamine birthday wish in 10 na fi yanto adwumade no so and Shawana Nasiru birthday. Shawana Nasiru birthday. Shawana ewo Busori or your second year midwifery student of Kolebu Nursing and Midwifery Training College. Shawana, and your birthday. The entire family, I wish you happy birthday. Stephen, Zarak, Rasta, or no, Naru, as a woko wajina. Na Shawana birthday no, Kaoko Emamene Agbeve. Edin Kumoka Kreba, local stories, no. But I say wajina.
No, me job phone.
What the phone one fine. Okay. Nti ene Shawana Nasiru. Busori, second year midwifery student of Kolebu Nursing.
Yeah, we should happy birthday.
Midwifery Training College.
Yeah, we should happy birthday.
Okay. Shawana, happy birthday.
No, we can't hope. Yeah, we should happy birthday.
Shawana, I wish you happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you, Shawana.
Sorry, Mami Nidra.
Yeah.
Now, Doc, Agbaventina waha. That's a picture also. Oh, jet of everyone.
Oh, no, fair.
Okay. So, yeah, okay, Agbave, Heba, Hospital. But you're ne dear Namudi Ebrahim.
Yo, Rasipi, Mecha, Tifo, and Navifo, and Yanopai. And then me percent me casafa, Yunduna Wabon na much richer, na much yare, Timisa, and in Nubraya, the aye. And I feel so no Juma a donate midi na boama won so hu say wo no maduru ya bebo na won so akwa pebi akofi akonom na boa ama won so wanya wayaresa na boama won so wanya opomoden ana sa wanya hoden atimi agina so ya juma from morning to evening abra won te ebra bia woni paduanim. Okay. Na endru adbeve dia ba abonte do so e ba ko edu. Na first na 5 you see different 5 bi abeka old ones no as say na ba do and I said 10. Now, new one said about adbeve fever. They also adbeve typha. You adbeve herbal tea or honum. You adbeve venous gota. yɛsan so wɔ adbɛvɛ herbal mix capsules na aduru edi kan bɛkasa fa ho anase mɛkyerɛkyerɛm fa ho aduru efrɛ na adbɛvɛ herbal tea na adbɛvɛ herbal tea to start with obi wɔ hɔ no man de no sɛ wɔ refi pa especially nkwadaa no mo school obi wɔ hɔ no ma wo kyerɛ na de no kyɛ sɛ ade a wɔ sɛ bia wɔde 30 minutes bi sua anase less than 30 minutes ɔno nko de wɔde 1 week bi sua sɛ na ɔnte ase ɛna afei kakra bi na ɔbɛte ase no kwa still na akyɛ kora wanda waka ne nyinaa free ne trim ne nyinaa ne sɛ wonya adbɛvɛ herbal tea ne ma na bɛbɔ ni papa na de ɛtɛ ne sɛ aya no bo hɔ no mo how bebree ɛwɔ brain no hɔ no brain no ɛna adwene ɛna boa ma wo nso wo thinking ability no so etimi yɛ sharp basa kɔba no sɛ brain cells no mo gya ntimi nkɔ hɔ kakama na sɛ bia how kakra beba brain cells na etimi affect wo thinking ability no enti na meka fo adbɛvɛ herbal tea ɛde ama wo ne anopa yi sɛ wobɛyɛ nso hye nso ne sigya so na wɔ tea leaf no baako ana mienu bi atum na ɛne nso na hua bom uwia na wo de work kakra bi amexe enkora na ne mpanifo bia etimi no bi fo arefie obi wɔ hɔ no ma refi no ɔno nsa na ebia ɔkɔ bebi kɔ ka asɛm onkodu okura ne refi ebia sɛm na wɔka no kwa ɔno wo ne refi ɛna afei nso bi nso wɔ hɔ no ma de kita na ɔbɛhwehwɛ saa na kyɛ sɛ ayinsa sɛ wɔ refi nti ade de kita ɔbɛsan hwɛ saa na otiam sɛ me phone no wɔ he sɛ ne sɛ ɔnim wani nyina ekita na sɛ hyɛ ne bottom obi ji so wɔ hɔ no ma yisan sɛ refi a ɔnya nti no kyɛ sɛ ɔte bebi ɛyɛ adwuma na nso adwuma ɔyɛ na ɛboro baako 4 anase 5 wɔn na ɛfrɛ na ha no sɛ we ya sɛ wɔsa adwene ntimi yɛ sharp na wɔn nso atimi ama quick response bi anase solutions bi na aboa ama adwuma no atimi akɔda ni ma no sɛ tumpom basa kɔba no sɛ ɛfrɛ wɔka sɛ we ya sɛ afei na wɔ sɛ o me kofia kɔda adwene ho ansa ɛsan so ɛmbɔ adwuma no ɛma adwuma no nkɔda nim nti no ɛne no pɛ mɛkamfo adbɛvɛ herbal tea e de ama wose onya bi normal e beboa retentive memory e na fe se refi na sefo e beboa amasa ho ni aja aducha ka ma yete asese so bi se ni sika ma na se wa mfre no anka je sika na wose na aba na se wo wa ma onu akwa sanso afra bi je se sika na me se na aba so o wa be ba yo na person mfre na so mu refi de mo se wa ka se refi na se yare Momodia so no adbɛvɛ herbal tea no na aboa ma thinking ability and have a refi na jakra type of loss of memory and as amnesia bi a obia no be kan fa adbɛvɛ herbal tea e de ama adbɛvɛ herbal tea enye loss of memory nkwa na adbɛvɛ herbal tea esa ananse etuti obi wo ho no ma ne de na stress body stress ade ya pa ne se anopa wotimi agina so eye djuma awia wo gina anwumre wo kodu fe no wo se otimi da kama na aboa ama nipadua na relax ba obi wo ho no kodu fe isan se body stress no one ontimi nda nti won so ra no pa na ho na mina ye ne ya ho na mina aye bete ni na na se momodian sa anwumre wo kwada no ono adbɛvɛ herbal tea ne bi mienu na ebeboa keep you fit anopa so no ono mienu ebeboa keep you fit na watimi agina so ye djuma from morning to evening abra wonte ya wa na se bra bia o yide na se nipadua nim e na fe nsa anwumre so be san so aboa ma won so watimi adakama obi wo ho no mo ontimi nda ye wonda yare ene obi a ontimi obi ho a ebi o kidney infections bi ana se strong conditions bi o nipadua nim isan se wo strong conditions ontimi nda ba obi wo ho no me de ne se naturally de se nda de ye ne den pa wo de momodian so no adbɛvɛ herbal tea enso no si jaso no e tea leaf no mienu atum na eno enso na hu abom na wo de wo ana se sugar kakra bia mix na wo no betima no ne sa bebebebe anopa mienu anwumre mienu adbɛvɛ herbal tea no bebo pa e bebo ma wo nso watima da kama na body cells no nso watima relax na se body na ka watima relax na wo sora no pa wa active e wo no bia wo ye bia e be san so aba ma thinking ability no so aye sharp enkwara na be wo ma pa into ko pa adbɛvɛ herbal tea ni bi e wo herbal shop bia aye ben e na fe so drug store and pharmacy shop bia aye ben obenya adbɛvɛ herbal tea ne wo honom ya san so e wo adbɛvɛ Venus Gota adbɛvɛ Venus Gota dini de de pa Venus Gota na Venus Gota obi wo honom a ne de ne infections say one bema ada ya pa ne sese bia wodwon so eche obi wo hono so say obo ntafo odwon so na mu ache mienu so obo ntafo
ya later na sa baba
o ma na ye adwen pa wo yare enye se obo ntafo na sefo obi so hono odwon so fita bi free be ma no eba obi so hono odwon so ne be mo ntimi hye ne anase ka ne pa na sharpens bi asa ne pa ne bia wo ne be ma nanom obi so hono enua ma nom na se ye ne hene pa se bi no de nsa de tin hono go tima ho kwa pa Israel anase hono anase ma okwaye ko na kofa kuru aba obi so ho no ma kyese ebia no ma na wo hye na emboa no o se otimi chenchenye no ma bi e na fe nso na ma Johnson no so wo Johnson so na Johnson na ba normal yes underwear no o se otimi chenchenye no obi ho no ma na adwen ko wonder be 2 years still na da so hye ni na so o chenchenye obi so ho no ma ne de ne se okọ Johnson na embakora nti wo ma na ba drop bi kakra bi aba wo ma na take wo ma na
ba na Johnson de no so
Johnson de no ko ntimi Johnson e na fe so bi so ho no ma Johnson de timi ba na take
okay
le wo ma na ba na take bi so Johnson sope kete sa obi so ho no ma Johnson tem anacho isan say bia infections bia wanye infections e do so ni na na se obenom agbefe venous gota type of bacteria infections bia wo bia affect obema na so ba wase obo ho no timi ma se bi oba na se ye kakraka na se timi bie e ma na se wo so timi bibiri na man se ye kakraka mo mo de anso no ma agbefe venous gota obi so ho no ma na se ontehwe obi so ho no carbon party ba ho pa jise ono okodun so what bad order na se bia no carbon timi ba na se pa even be makra na boxer short na se o bad order bibiri o boxer short ni na so nya agbefe venous gota ne bi normal ebeboa ayisa bacteria infections no every honum cramo bacteria infections are also pa in the type of bacteria infections we how bia o the modern answer we agbefe venous gota na wanom anopa wi anwumre ebeboa ayisa bacteria infections in every honum cra amo
agbefe
venous gota.
Wow.
Yes. So on ka venous gota na we bob back okay say be up at befe gota.
Okay gota na.
Gota na be yam. Nti herbal shop bia e be wo ho no obenya bi any drug store pharmacy and say licensed chemical shop bia e be wo ho no obenya at befe venous gota any at befe herbal tea e wo ho no. Yes so e wo at befe MW capsules. At befe MW capsules e ma any mema etimi nombi. Ema ene mema timi no bi obu wo hono ma ne de ne 7 started with ema no atenka da onya bi kura ni kunu ba na janso pa libido ne wo form and as a sexual design wo form kra ni kunu ba na janso me da ma bre na sefo da bi emwa
or enjoy sex
or enjoy kra atenka ne ni ho kra onya adbeve MW capsules ni bi normal adbeve men and women capsules ni bi normal ebe mo ma sexual desire na se libido na high na abo ma mu nyina nso timi ani age e wo mpam obi so ho na bema atenka na oni bi kra so obi so ho the same bema na ono oni atenka ono ana onya sexual weakness bema na so timi sore na is agogo weak erection obi so ho na erectile dysfunction timi sore kra ko joto obi so ho na woman na pagenti ba ko bi na e ko woman na se san emwa we no ma beve MW capsules at beve MW capsules obo ho no ma sa no ma we yina timi ba isan se body infections bi awanya nti ana se bacterial infections bi awanya nti ono ma beve MW capsules na wa no ma beve venous gota na venous gota na treat infections na free honum na ono ma beve MW capsules na abo ama obema timi agina so ache abo ama weak erection na sexual dysfunction na erectile function na say premature ejaculation so no bo ma sa ha oni na ajai nti herbal shop bia ebe obenya beve venous gota e honum obenya beve MW capsules e honum enduro na kan nyina e honum obenya bi e honum ana say ebia mantimi ambo yare nti me de na mabetu gya na wa frɛ sa na ma no nti how bia obia wo de woni menin komo ka kira me nso me kira odu kra no ma bebo na abo ama wo nso wanya wa yare sa numbers na ye 059 38 31 993 059 38 31 993 and 0246 59 52 56 0246 59 52 56 say at beve venous gota and ope anansa at beve MW capsules anansa at beve typhoid endona doso nti yare bia how bia obanya ho adu so ko ba no se wontimi mba ya hospital kwa ni manu ya meje wa ya so bitimi ato sandu no bia nom na ebebo yi papa drug store pharmacy licensed chemical shop any herbal shop bia bi okọ obanya venous gota ni bi ho no e bi open do atu obanya o misty herbal akodanka na se kolinac herbal ana se obanya bi o dane herbal nti okọ ho no obanya adbefe endu ni na e ho no ana se fre na bra e ho no na ye mondu ana se okọ bia obanya endu ni bi ho no o pese oba e ho no so ejuso ha ena kumase wo bafa ejuso ka na wasi kwamu usi wa kwamu aye ne kwama himfe de animhwe akra nso so tuum last stop ena yewo akra so tuum last stop ena adbeve herbal hospital ena yewo 059 38 31 993 sabe pepe numbers
doc ye beda sipa ene anope adbeve herbal hospital bamjo oma wo system no mu acheye papa na nyuma pa hodo a omo edinti amanfo emfa omo niagro kra numbers no monfrɛ o se de wa yare a wanka ho asɛm no utimi efrɛ na omo ne o atwetwe ho nkomo omo be ye front tentem e de amount And then Brebi Buadum Ivan Brebi Buadum. Is it Brebi Buadum Ivan? Oko School, mother of Uganda Jubilee, class 4E, and then your birthday. Na Papa ni Okocha, the policeman Okocha, and mame almost do too much. Do papa na nyini na beye kwada papa na dreams na intimi happy birthday Ivan. Okay. Yatwaso at the Kessben 3.3 live on Kessben television. Abejafo san ababetrans enchemeko Newton Latte Marijata ho weekend GPL matches ahodo no or the hunsem kakra ebebre ebia mremmam ema onwura foreign stories no minim se mekora se obetimi ewuram dia ena memendai Sematex ene Kumasi Asante Kotoko elbow ball ewo Insenchire Sports Complex e wona match ne beba so de and then me Tamale City and Dreams FC and so at the tie so Bamso nyame yad mo china Hatchofuk any Kotoku Royals ebaso ewo Accra Sports Stadium Aliu Mama Sports Stadium and RTU any Brekum Chelsea and so Asia na nyame yad ma ochina krono ano Mediema ebetra Akun Park any Great Olympics at the tie so afi nana fosuji abo park ewo Bechem United ebetra ho atwen Karela United and afi Nsuatreman any Accra Lions and so game no ebekoso ewo nana Kromansasa na park. Okay, King Faisal Omone Gold Stars and the Besia ewo Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex wo na fe Legon Cities and so any Diana Elwak Stadium and a match no and so Bebaso. Good morning, sir. If Bet Power is doing this on the blind side of the Ghana Football Association, then it means the monitoring department of the association is weak, and it shows the weakness of this current association. Nana Yao Wifri assignment and Abekanyensa and Anopay. Mamini wake a crabby and so in free hop. Ababio Michael, Mammy show message, you know. The latter part of Dasobere's write-up on Henry Asantichum Rich quotes, if Henry wants an honest debate on the matter, Henry can arrange it at one of his favorite media outlets, and we will be there to debate him, unquote. Please note, he used we. My worry is, so they Kumasi and technical management can meet to debate him on the matter, but they can't use same energy to go on various radio stations to promote their matches, then later blame the FA as a cause of our low attendance. Interesting. This alone shows how lazy they've been by using just one station to promote their games. I may be Michael, and so I don't know. But I'm sure DDDA quickly, and so the way I buy. I'll say, Kessben Sports has done the most ethical and sensible thing by calling the communication director of the Ghana Football Association, Mr. Henry Asantichum, on a bet power game listing disagreements. Sincerely, it escaped many people to cross-check what Henry said because of his position and the wealth of information available to him. Even for the mere fact that Mr. Dasobere didn't include the game listing in his post suggests it escaped him too. So the merriment of bashing Kessben Sports on the pronouncement of a guest speaker was very infantile and needless. Boss, by the grace of God, Kessben Sports has monopolized the last section of the media space, and it is their topmost obligation to serve their listeners with the right information. Let's stop the pettiness because it affects our intellectual integrity and makes us become flippant and light-minded. Kessben Sports. Didi Akumadan Senior High School and Ediwe and so Ebai. Anefi Sunyai Zongo. Anefi, I see today at the Coronation Park. Coronation Park bear the rough. Bofakwatano against Young Apostles. Mikotua Akubam. It is in Tojan Akopark. No, we must beat them well by 3 goals and get the 3 points. Okay. The GFA said the players should not be part of betting in our game. My question is it good for the betting people to get contacts of the stakeholders, which is the players? And if it's Sunya Zungu, and anyway, and so Abre 11:30. Naro.
General.
Abrante FFA so abetra. No ababa kubiama when day. We said TFO. Never bay.
Then I just winning on last game.
Anything.
Ghana and Chelsea.
Ghana and Chelsea. What are national?
Most of Chelsea.
What are national? Wow.
Fadi Fatah. Of
Fadi Fatah.
Yes, of Max.
Oh, okay. So nice.
Ready.
Fadi Fatah. Max TV.
Yes.
Okay.
Different colors.
Wow. Nice one.
Thank you.
Oba odi bibi fin kan eba no. Fufu na odwen ho wa kroma.
Say dey how you know you are good fufu. Who say na boka.
Sifa Akwaba.
The
super coach and scout. Okay.
But you know, I see sometimes some of these things they are now over here comment, but a part of the system. And now we monitor some discussions around, and I was amazed and shocked. Say people blaming Kessben for say Henry Asante. I can't say more Kessben for platforms.
Where you worry?
No, you see, sometimes I ask myself, say, how come a bedroom's our level way? Sir, a journalist is hosting the public relation officer of Ghana Football Association. He makes a comment, which later turned out to be saying, yes, Annette. Now, the journalist who is doing the interview is the target of insult. Did the message, may make a comment because later screenshots I go and say, wow, people are just funny. And what are they seeking to achieve with this? Say,
so funny.
For example, I say, so Henry Asemna walk and door. That's what trying to say. So now me all alone. That's what I was thinking. So it was my crime for interpreting what the guy has said. It's not even like my interview will be na me babeka. A live interview studio.
Say Henry Ameka wa ha. Enka research na ere mu ma we ni pie ba give him.
And this is the work of a journalist. And so your journalism, let's say it means this effect and this impact. You should be happy you brought out something here that the person I'm trying to say, General, Mami can be there are a lot of people out there. One chim say on Tiasi.
Okay.
Sometimes I think we are equally responsible for some of these blames. You see, one time students, Mekase Franco Media Institute students, they raise several issues. When you explain to them, they get to know that wow. So this is it. I even think that I'm proud that we did that interview with Henry. And no, we appear if they find solution, praise God.
Okay.
Because they said you can say indeed, and someone Kotoko administrative manager, obviously he was worried about some of the things Henry said on this platform. But in releasing when Timmy and Fair know about for escape and then Kofuno Yana the blind side, even the clubs. Bet power deal no mu koye according to GFA no mu no many clubs in 18 ni kwhia e ka hu nsem nyina kire omo e no mu ka kire clubs no say enkrofo ni kwan so omo list a game no omo platform so ye list clubs no be unraise ye and can they even exonerate themselves from this issue because ye ka bet in nsem pa omo esa affect omo ye no esa ye clubs na nkasa enti adan na the 18 clubs no. As much as we are comfortable blaming the FA, why the 18 clubs and so no? Game I catch them say bet power 4 years sponsors listed. Not bet power for listed so why haven't they spoken? Including all of us.
Okay.
So if you turn around and blame the person who interviewed the PRO of the GFA, it amazes me.
What is Mr. Chung telling us? Betting is a major factor affecting our league negatively. So how can you sign a legal contract with a betting company that they shouldn't list your matches on their platform, or are you monitoring them to know if they are adhering to the details of the contract or not? They should give us a break. Methodist Hospital, Aburaso, Sikapa,
yeah, the GFA went to sleep with respect to monitoring them, because potentially Sabi uni be foko apam de anajo oda eden so bompaye.
Me kwa Newton lati marija ta ho. Newton emrano emsamina na me force wa say foreign stories no. This we kakra mame. But as a me yasan sesama dwen na fe Ghana Premier League no. Odo hunsem kakra abreye na ya ba studio ha na week insensem no kakra bi mrano af awia na yebeto aso ewa ha. Newton.
Yes sir. To say that there's one question so special. Obi say Umar Bashiru last season and the highest scoring midfielder, most often midfielder when you goals Kessben Party team Karela, but the season before now you're guessing watcher of Wafa. This season and let's talk about this young man here in Abbas Samari Salifu of Accra Lions. General, you talk about midfielders, more equality, more development, how they grow quickly into the game. Of course, department, baby, I grab it to me. I Juma Party, I'm so the attack in the defense, but this guy, the technical ability, the capacity to improve going forward. Anyhow, or to game, I say he's not being systemized. Our Accra Lions to say Dominic Sobila, but he's a very, very key member of our setup, about set pieces like free kicks, penalties, corners, or effecting in the moment, and or yet with match ease. He's growing each and every day. Shattered number 23. But General said, can Umar Bashiru, can Augustine Boache, can other top midfielders like Salif Ibrahima and Mutmi, and the goals, and kind of playmaking act and one. General, let's talk about this player from Accra Lions, Samari. He's been getting some of the goals for Accra Lions, and I think that even Okan top scorers this season, top 5 Ubenya Samari Ediwo. One thing I can say in a 4-3-3, he's part of the attacking trio now. Ubenya, and this point, once in the position in here, he's always edging very closer to the box, and he's a midfielder. But sometimes on moving very, very deep and not tracking action, and Sana by be a ball with me about and he's been very, very much important at the setup. Now from here, Obeti he stood in the midst of about 3 players. Now on one position, and that was where Omuvu edged very, very, very closer to the area, and that is Samari Abbas for Accra Lions. So Obi Busa question General Kakrabia met me at the money panel say I'll be going for Abdul and I say Abbas Samari of Accra Lions. Every single moment, every single move, Accra Lions bear in the final third now. Yeah, now apart from the goal scoring, also a playmaking as well. Meaning say he bridges the defenses between the defense and attack, and on this move, we share how a position usually a lot of positional sense around the box. And so I'll be showing a very, very one of the best positions at Ubenya our game room. And let's talk about this particular moment. Ojina Enipa 4 in term around the box, and it's been like that ever since Oyimeji here as a key man for Accra Lions. So in the midst of about 4 players here, you have Samari or move edge closer to the box, but this was a mover or no, and or started here right from deep midfield. Now on an game, so that is the position of Samari. I had not started game now, and Sana or distribute to a circulating ball, and they are called wide. But they call wide, and or 10 or try say or join the box, So not just goal scoring, but all make it play, or keep it ball, or retaining a possession. The amount the club side, Accra Lions. After some circulating ball, you can watch his movement and or bar box or try say or baba finishing or amane. And that is Abdul Samari for Accra Lions, one of the best goal scoring midfielders in our league. And look at how then your boy he had to play, so he had to work something out. Sign on the ball not out to net. Now quickly, let's talk about Samatex. And the Kumase Asante Kotoko game at Bebaso, our Samurai boy all the way. It's a tricky game. I mean, very, very tricky game. Samatex and some new additions, especially in the final third. But they were here at Babayara, and this was a game I'm going to take a lead, through Prince Owusu. in a situation at Kotoko and a loose ball in their final third when they were recovering it during the first phase of that build out and loose ball. Now from here and a Prince tested the position of Danlad and the first goal at the man Samatex Etia Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So it means they've built the confidence already. Kotoko no since somebody can no these are the situations yana yeshwe say ebetimi asa repeating but talk about other quality teams like Lagos Cities, even though because someone drop it into the relegation or the red zone, but earlier in the season now Legon under Maso Kunadi the same coach now Omo Yade they went over in Samra Boy and Samatex Omo feel the presence of a real monster at our stadium has say it's been a team general mobile no one share bebre. They've gotten a coach from Kotoko, Isaac Opoku-Agyeman. They already have other players like Seydou Abubakar from Dwarfs, and of course Ivan Sosewusu, another brilliant player. But how to put a team together because some are a bit inexperienced. Kakrambe season, we've seen that against certain teams like Kotoko here, how one performance even though they lost due to the results. But Oko Samra Boy there, General, trust me, our performances have been very, very awesome. Obafia, how they really dominate. Inside that team, you have a certain player like Kayeke in that midfield. Dauda Seydou is one of the best number 6. Even though he's a young chap. But on the Kayeke partnership, afar because he allows Kayeke to move into the final third. And that is why Agadas would really have to do some extra work. And Sanawatimi Aketa. For Kotoko, they've been creating a lot of chances, especially starting from Babayara and their course. So Kotoko can create from set pieces, from open play. But one thing they say, yana eya kwetse kosuani nyina gu basket bakum. Ase mukola ansha yana one the go ni bana akwa bibia ho. So on this circumstance, a boss ya na share Enoch Morrison, any other members like Georges Infege. Infege is not scoring this season, but in Samra Boy they'll be needing some of these players to come on board because entimi ko mukola ankwa be face a certain James Sowonu ewo echiro. They have other top quality players ewo echiro. Of course, Adusian Emmanuel, that captain is one of the best left backs you can have in our Bet5 Premier League. So Kotoko first warning for Kotoko. I don't think say omo adwene attacking who too much. First of all, how to nullify the threat. Semantics ebetimi ediaba general. After say omo stabilize a control game then Kotoko can think about how ometimi punish semantics. I was at Golden City Park last time out against Bekum Chelsea, and trust me, the kind of pace and guys where the Kotoko defense, this game will be a game to watch. You can't miss this game because I've really watched Semantics. What Kotoko defense struggle to face attackers fast and swift. Basana because Kotoko attack defenders and support to space in the behind the back line and the goalkeeper they don't stay very compact because air recover distance on this circumstance. They are playing against one of the fast attackers in the league in Ivan Sosewusu, Seydou Abubakar, very strong and quick, and you have Opoku-Agyeman. Can't leaks players more speed, very pacey. Opoku-Agyeman, formerly of Ashgold, but behind their defense, I think Samatex committed errors. Dodo James Sowonu, you are there. And of course, Smiler also but errors no more committing. Look at that goal from Baba Yaya and I said Dramani Yaya for Bibiani Gold Stars. That was another similar situation. I'm consider here. They've been committing errors around their box. And it shows sometimes the defense need a lot of cohesiveness within that department. But Kotoko is an experienced team. Because of amount of pressure, they would always sustain that pressure within that zone. And the Basa, Samatex, look at that error. They've always been committing these errors, our Samra Boy. I mean, you repeat a lot of these patterns against Bibiani Gold Stars. How long are you defending or keeping away such errors from your game? I think Kotoko will have their chances, but it's a game that is so tricky. And I would advise that they should switch off from the defensive front and start a later part of the game. Or more on be attacking Semantics over in Tamale, one of the big games over the weekend where Dreams, the attacking style of play Bibi Papa Tamala. We will be watching that very, very closely. But one thing I saw also about Dreams, they always attack in numbers. Trust me, you can't go to Tamale and play with some 4 attackers in the final third. These guys will punish you. Levetius Alpha has been a key man within the system of Hamza Mohammed in Tamale. You go that back line, you also have Company, the captain. Very, very stalwart, quick, and very, very mobile. In the final third, you have somebody like Agama. Every single duel in the final third involve Agama and Setamale and your form kakra recently. Now you're down to the improvement over the winter and I said mid-season break, modi players kakra ebeka. One of the situations is so clear about Dreams and they said they would always attack you. Dreams Beba also from set pieces. They've been scoring. They did this against Accra Lions just last time out. Also from open play, from all angles. Coach Karim Zito is building a very, very attacking, very offensive. But yeah, na metaka say, ko bisono na odwene hawa obe close one kasa also so dons no obe shut it down o entry point and Dreams sha yeah na omu defense no a raise lot of questions. Now on this circumstance, look at how many players can you find here. This is Jalulu, the captain and the leader at the back line. But what shape is this? Structure Ben and Dreams Eddie defending. But the area tricky about defending is who defending who face who keeper. It means a control no anyone. So watch Accra Lions here attacking with some 4 players or 4 attackers, and say attackers in over 3, not defense in also 3. Then it means that Dreams defensive shape no yeah not engagement. But Coach Karim Zito, listen to this please. You can't open up this way. Tamale, they would always be attacking you, especially your right side, because that is where the key man Levetius Atta will be playing. He's a left back, but he's always been in the final third. A basa ye inverted ni place baby a ball no strikers ni jina obetimi aye sajuma na and in the final third, trust me, Samson Ejuku will always be the present man obeli the line. But for Dreams to be much stronger, match will be dependent on goalkeeper Kumsen. Last time out, Busam said top 5 keepers. A league I would have told you, say, Kumsen of Dreams, one of the top-notch goalkeepers. Now, watch the 40-meter distance from the spot of the ball and the goal line. And I am asking you about the position of Kumsen. So how can this ball end at the back of the net if Kumsen, you are showing your agility? 40 meters. What power behind the ball? The bit number ball we say a show, but the technique now applying really exposed Kumsen. He's lost confidence. It's a bit late into the season, and you can't be making this sort of errors. That say Jonah Busami say at the end of goalkeeper or ball near the first and as a near post. Now or then inside me as Opia ball no will lose the kind of technique as I say or apply. And the last line of defender for Dreams is the position of this guy. Now Ebani say that's a recover. What can you do? This is the last defender, but look at the position. Almost everyone is into the final third. But if you do this in Tamale, you are not picking even a minute point, half point ground from my back. Where is the position of Kumsin as well? So who holds down the defense? Why not control one is who is the organizer, who is the leader? These are some of the situations ball game na SSL consider. The position of the goalkeeper, the last line of defense, how did they even recover? You've seen this against many teams. And Dreams call anyone now with how watching so over in Tamale. I think Tamale City will be very, very much stronger. Now for Tamale City, Omanya can say some sort of renaissance. Now saying Omunya company Agama, Samson Duku has always been on form. Ukretima na obeshe, but he's a service reliant striker. She say one year Jumana Manua. Ya no one team kofabo no enfametonet. He relies on the services. I think this is Levetius, one of the quality left backs we have in our league, and he's been doing extra work in playmaking act. General, it's a gamer. I can't assure Dreams is 3 points in the back. The best for Dreams to me will be a drawn game, and that is why I'll be advising Coach Karim Zito to start from a defensive gear and sooner or later it's going to be an exciting game Tamale, and I think Tamale City stands a huge chance of winning this game. General, I think it's Medani actually at the amount now what to us General.
Okay. Newton Latte Marie Jata medals na me fache me so say foreign staff no went to me ama for time or next week Newton Latte Marija Tevedasi pa while others are busy mobilizing supporters using same Twitter space and other mediums. Others are also plotting evil against their own national team and fighting the GFA on the same space. We are not relenting at all. Operation 10,000 is the mission. Kessben, Accra, and the way Abba. Sefa, Kosi Sefa.
Yo,
say yeah.
You
won't catch it our life. Until you can say me jai ma na double so the bia. But we shall league matches in Accra, mamia. Nafi one or two other issues and so the Abba. Say ene area summer test na Sante Kotoko. Hatofo Kutuku Royals and that would ma pick it 2 or 3. Nafi.
You be that me share with you for na hwefo. A big game area we. Fiti Monday no summer test for Akasapa. And ohwe home record after say Gold Stars ko share omo try some of the Hobe Fortress. And he named himself Kotoko. So apart from so share me away from home, no, he's been difficult for Kotoko to win an away game.
Away, okay.
And now I know can say Coach Orlando Wellington, the man head coach Sabi the bar every month. Now the problem back where I had no pie Steve Mukwela, the Ugandan international. I won't say Attorney friend on national team.
Okay.
It on Thursday from Monday to Thursday, na coach tries to share on his Safutela how their partnership will go and at training. Okay. On Thursday, I'm running number training. But 20-man squad, a coach, yes, or they can the initiative. And no team free Kumasi air corner. I ran the number. JSM no can say Steve Mukwela uncle.
Uncle Samatex.
Uncle Samatex. No.
Okay.
It I had in a coach, but at the end of the day, no, over tries over ball George Figi and then a friend is Safutela. And Kotoko game we with a 4-4-2 system. Samatex also about 4-3-3. Okay. 4-3-3 no more about a bass. So be or share Olympics ne Gold Stars one can be and branch no ball top no or no about Evans Owusu Palmer Kwala on the left. Now Opoku Ajima on the right. If you want on the former Kotoko player Keyeke or form pa. So back Kotoko struggle through injuries here and there or form or no and a Dauda Seidu formerly of Ice Gold. No about Enoch. Iti ushe game na ebe koso na yo ano be dim papa. But me show from this angle. Anoka is a former player of Commercial Sante Kotoko. Idmonaka is a former management member of Kotoko. Coach Wellington is a former coach of Kotoko. Kayeke is a former player of Kotoko, and then Samuel Boateng coach of. It is also former players or more, and I say or Boetia or more former psychologically now person prove a point.
Okay.
So it tells you say game is very, very difficult. And in last time we lose game at home. And looking at the performance of Commercial Sante Kotoko, obviously you say Steve Mukwela is their top marksman. And he not being in the squad, no, I headache. My coach also say there's opportunity for new players to also make sure say or make it amends. Baby America has and Kotoko ni team bia or my bia wow your favorite. One, their numbers, one, the quality that they have, and their size. But in the football no teams no ehunisa e won niema has ni Kotoko but this is a game I do a very, very, very difficult. Me sure Kotoko 2 players on bebo finfin honom no. 2 players no bebo finfin honom no. Richard Godu Agadas. Se Kotoko be winning game we are. Ejina Richard Godu Agadas so. And I know me busa o TV so say yellow card referee say you know. Ye bomber Agadas ana. And it's been a problem for him and Kotoko meaning how they are solving it. In every difficult game, Bia Kotoko Bebo Bia also on side that openness into Biano. Now attracting yellow card. Now in FIFA no immobile.
Already a bit slowing down.
But I believe that he needs to be very disciplined as a leader of the team. Our Watford National and this young player Rocky Dramina. This is the time our coach used to know with and of course Richmond Lamptey and then Enoch Morrison about operating from the flanks. Sharif Muhammad, Mika senior Sharif Muhammad or Hansana, the other Sharif neighbor. Instead of or Bono on the right back, and of course Osebusu on the left. And then
is it because Japan call U20 camp?
And no, tactically, he has decided to play him there because Japan cry for national camp by the kind of training all year or national camp or transfer movie pram and the baby PM Kumasi. He said Abino say Kotoko Nam Komo mu ye remo Samates. omu to no as oman ko remu honra
okay
so what I say and psychologically you know it is going to help Kotoko for example because multifunctional player in the Kotoko setup is Sheriff Mohammed of course Nicholas was able to him so a left winger but given the opportunity Emra Tetegui try you know John Tetegui but he has been solid at that side Mohammed Alassane you be on your feet there or that type of players are more big heart he doesn't give up
with information in free Kotoko Hoba which is a dressing room training grounds has been extremely good for Kotoko
because at Hasselhoff no not on training 5 days a week
all right into we the Mreno Echo
Joe a game me tipo Kotoko so we win game we
okay
me tipo Kotoko so we win yes
win
me tipo so what a friend is Samate Stadium na and this baba yara and this Accra enclose hwe Kotoko matches on my ball stadium enclose and watch the attitude and the character of Kotoko players.
Okay.
When I'm say Kotoko will win this game. House of Kotoku Royals. In the last 4 games of Kotoku Royals, they've been scoring. Almost she 3 tier Gold Stars. She 3 tier Dreams. Theater of Dreams. And she became 3. And House of Folk should be very careful. In as much as House of Folk are playing very well, baby Gold Stars. I think the midfield of House of Folk was fantastic. Eso Otanga, fantastic play. And they played so well. And I think say obeying after the Kotoko game, no, it seems that the confidence is coming up, but they need to be very careful.
Okay.
Very and the Kumi family of Kumasi Asante Kotoko that young boy is scoring. Boachi coming from the Black Galaxies camp, no, has also been fantastic. Kotoko Warriors started game Biajo in the first 15 minutes, no, the struggle. It is a house of work to me. I'll open up. And for ball and try in the first 15 minutes, not for the back game, no, a very tight game, House of Folk. But I tip House of Folk to carry the day.
My person, my fat calls, Kakrebi, Operation 10,000. A very possible, across
possible. Very possible. No, I'm Accra. It was Metro. We share the way Elvis, most supporters near. Almost each support to be able to be a man flag back.
Okay.
Now, if some of the buses. Because now I'm complaints. They say your pony, your coffee from Accra to Tamano, your bread, your best chance and you do. Don't be try somebody buses no more team about operation 10,000 me sure some because they've done enough and how much they say on my back because there was an issue between Kobe Jones, the PRO of the supporters and the chairman Elvis. But don't share Kobe Jones say you're a Pamu coach no Elvis say ma praise from coach Kobe Jones. But at the end of the day, if I fall Kobe Jones, team up, we all saw what came out of the game, especially the last 20 minutes of that game. And when House of Folk decided on baby, you trust them.
A month for say GFA operation anymore.
So House of Folk who GFA. House of Folk, they are part of the GFA. It is a GFA operation, mama. If you are not,
make operation 10,000 supporters. So that we are mobilizing
Joe Maka. When was the last time? I will take circle 1, circle 5, circle 2. Meeting be I become as Kessben and I say what is the baby? What is it? Chapter O, chapter 9, chapter 1, meeting. I say Friday. You be sure what is that? A good. When was the last time I Kotoko ne has a bomb match? In ka won't say a promo be a good. Me say you want you fear you between me mount. That is my point. Everything that someone cat Okreku FA president can say has and Kotoko should try and find out why their supporters are not coming to the stadium. No, me who say money because Wakanda or catch the clubs in no call Congress. There is the duty of the FA to see to it say we have sanity in our game. Meaning say I will say on my good referee nini na such be also the mom. I will say FA who say your bobo or good pitches so. I will say FA making sure say obenya sponsors and my teams no. I was say FA who say pitch panels baby abaya friend say bad TV so start time say twa e kwa bonten a obetima ton players e wom na say no oye na said ye wi a ono na nsa me power supporters just say omra match get quality players, get good coaches and the supporters will come and watch.
Sifa Sifa even is a Sifa super coach and scout. Yebedasi, the Mrena Sundumino Abo, and the best video analyst to me is Newton Lati. And it's because of him I watch Kessben Sports. He makes football understanding so easy. Paul, Akpadago, Zabila, Unadiwe Abre. Yepeje Mudumino Aba Anisa. Dakusi, wherever you are, former sports presenter. Ciao.
Agusi o share me bo wani so.
Ejime so ayi bi da o.
Oh, ayi bi da.
Ciao baby Obia. So na Ejuso Christian ECOWAS Pap CEO Mamentia also. Naro.
Yeah, CJ of CJ Collections.
Oh yes.
Okay.
No, you know, billboard be or Ufuni was on.
I heard it.
Okay. Said mem that Juman de wa there. To our Jumana.
And I CJ Jumani Nyembe.
Okay.
Oh, that is your money.
But Franco trading enterprise audio.
Yapo.
One kasa yempon. So the other one about all right. Emrason say breaking news of the forward transit. Mo fanche na hitches kakra e lines no emu. Breaking news up next. The munyina say live commentary beba e the afa matches ahodo no baso weekend.